And good evening, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are here to play some Dungeons and Dragons once again, as per usual, with another episode of Ghost of Saltmarsh. We actually just recently had our 1 year of streaming, like as an entity, like an overall entity, as Hard Knock Dice. Like this last couple days ago on Saturday, we'll be coming up on a year for this campaign, like early January. It was the early
Something like
early
that,
early
yeah.
January. I'll have to make note of that on a calendar when that our actual 1 year will be. Maybe do something fun. Y'all get to fight something fun and exciting. That's what we'll do for the new year. We'll have a new party for the 1 year anniversary.
He's just gonna
I'll
TPK.
just TPK the shit out of you guys. No party lasts more than 1 year in my campaign. God damn it! Not if I can help it.
We gotta level up a lot faster, guys.
Hey, yo, chop chop. Start getting through the content.
Maybe we should go after Granny Nightshade.
Oh Lord. Anywho,
Yeah, yeah.
My eyebrows won't go higher.
well,
On this
welcome,
can't.
welcome everybody to our 34th session here. Goes Saltmarsh. I guess a quick bout of announcements. I say bout, it's more like one, as per usual. We are still doing our Extra Life charity drive. Extra Life benefits children's hospitals across continental North America, including, the United States and Canada. Are specifically will be benefiting the Children's Hospital of Atlanta, so it's a worthwhile cause helping sick kids. Good stuff. You could also win cool prizes like a digital copy of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, a gaming mouse or gaming keyboard. I think those are both Steel Series, if I recall correctly. So you could win those if we get our way up to $2,500 and then $3,500, which is our end goal. And it'll make you feel good because it's a good thing to do. But other than that, does anybody else have any announcements? Yes, no, maybe so. Fantastic.
Cool.
Well, in that case, a brief recap of last week. Last week, our brave adventurers began their session in the dark, the magical dark, as they were still in the midst of combating the Oni after basically slaughtering a camp of goblinoids and attempting to free some prisoners, one of whom ended up being the Oni in disguise. They did their best to flee the darkness to get out of it, as it was burning them with necrotic energy, as well as blocking their line of sight. And as they did so, kind of splitting up a little bit, mostly Julian kind of popping out on one side while the rest of the party popped out all together a little farther down the way. The Oni harassed a couple of the party members, namely Bart and Gloob, kind of taunting them with threats, perhaps, that had been thrown at him in Bart's case, as well as maybe using a little bit of more personal information to try to get a rise out of Gloob. They were, however, after a very, very bloody and resource-intensive combat, or end of that combat anyway, they were able to finish off the Oni by the skin of their teeth after Jakob had gone down and gotten back up, and then gone down again, and then gotten back up. And I think he went down and up one more time. From if my count is correct, just really serving his role as the tank and taking a lot of smacks in the face. But they were able to emerge victorious, gathering up some magical items and a little bit of money in the form of loot off of the Oni, as well as retrieving the Javelin of Lightning. They did discover that the remainder of the prisoners had not survived the magical darkness, holding a brief ceremony where they built him a funeral pyre, and Bart said some words, and some words were they were briefly mourned due to circumstances. The party then moved out to try to leave the Dreadwood, having removed the head of the Oni as proof to take back to Burl and its Castellan Kiara Shadowbreaker. So they made their way a little bit, got to the river, deciding that was going to be the fastest way to exit would be to just follow that all the way on back out, making it a little bit way farther down there before setting up a camp for the evening, as some members of the party were starting to show some symptoms of exhaustion on Bart's end of things, doing some fishing and some other more leisurely activities, kind of unwinding from the events of the day and having some conversations as they did so, some meaningful conversations of responsibility and perhaps guilt, depending upon of who died and who lived in that scenario. they ended their night. Julian searching about with his familiars, with his flock of familiars, to kind of scout out a bit of the path. One of them being killed by another predatorial bird of some kind as it went about, but still seeming to get a far way down the bank, seeing that there was no obvious threats in their path. And that is where we'll be picking up, is that morning. A not particularly super restful night, I guess, for most of you. Bart, you did have some nightmares that night of dark shadow creatures that terrorized you and chased you about a kind of even more horrific facsimile of the forest in which you currently reside. But you do all get your 8 hours of rest, and your dome falls, and y'all are starting to get up and move around. So, gentlemen.
Well, that was an interesting night of not fun dreams.
You too?
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Have y'all been having bad dreams or something? Not last night, but the other nights, yeah. I just thought it was just eating at me. Stuff was eating at me, though. Julian, have you had anything weird happen?
Not last night.
It's a little
Like-
strange.
Since entering the forest, it's happened.
Maybe I just got too tired or something. I don't know.
Might just be spooky place.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, we should probably get out of here as quick as we can then.
Yeah, let's get going.
Refresh me on what details I did get from the scouting. I know one bird got smoke-a-renoed.
Yeah, one bird got murdered. The other one made it. Like I think we have discussed, it can make it because it's only there for about an hour, so it can make it a decent distance. And it did roll pretty darn well on its stealth check, or on its perception check. I mean, and you were able to get some scouting done. You didn't see any, because I know you specifically said you were looking for like dens of creatures or anything that would be obviously dangerous to the lot of you.
Find a safer path out. So.
Right. And I mean, you didn't see anything like bowed up, like ready to go. You saw nothing lying in wait. No obvious like things that you were like, oh, we should avoid that, for the distance that your bird was able to cover.
Awesome.
But as you are all agreeing to depart and preparing to do so, y'all hear very, very close to you, within feet even, a just blood-curdling howl as a shadow, like a large shadowy dog appears, just seeming to kind of shimmer into existence, like these wide gnashing mouth, kind of glowing coal red eyes, and wisps of shadow seeming to float off of its form. I would like all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That was very fast.
That was very fast. What the hell?
None of y'all have a high enough passive perception, unfortunately.
What do I get for wisdom saving throws?
And I'm gonna go ahead and move us to the battle map.
Oh my
to do
gosh!
that as well.
That was very fast.
Yeah.
All right, here's the introduction. Are y'all ready to scrap?
Yes. Basically.
Didn't even buy me dinner first.
Nope. And I'm gonna get our music going on here. Yeah, sometimes it's gotta be like that,
19 on a wisdom saving throw, though.
Okay, very nice.
One thing I do remember that we were waking up at the end of last session, and
Correct.
I do see here on D&D Beyond that after the long rest, I marked off a first level spell. So I
assume you made
had
some
good
good berry
berry
toast. Y'all were munching
Berry
on that as y'all were chatting around the fire.
interrupted my damn toast.
Okay.
How much does good berry toast heal for again?
It heals for 1 point. But
Hell
it
yeah.
also fills you with
Yeah,
enough
so-
nourishment for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so y'all aren't gonna need to eat for the rest of the day, but y'all are already full health. Also, Jones, your fucking camera changed again, dog. I need you to stop doing that.
Oh, does the long
It's your
rest heal
fault.
you all the way to full?
Yep, it heals you all the way to full, and it gives you hit die back equal to half your level.
Okay.
You get up to half your hit die back.
I guess I did not long rest for some reason.
You
Yeah.
leveled up before the long rest, right?
Yeah, y'all are
Okay,
level
great.
6. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna do that. God damn it, Alex. There we go. So, has everybody rolled out their wisdom saves for me? I heard I got a 19 from Gloob. What else?
21.
21?
23.
23.
Oh man, 12.
12. That's fine. You all pass.
Wow,
thank God.
okay.
It's a really shitty, really low DC.
Yeah, clearly.
And is everybody getting Tailspire open?
Yeah,
It
I'm already
Is
is
everybody
open.
in? I just got to bring y'all to the board.
Why would
Ah,
we need
man.
Tailspire open? It's just a puppy.
It's just
Oh, it's more than one. It's more than one.
Shadow wisdom saving throw puppy, no big deal. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And this is as the howl goes off and y'all all feel fear begin to grip your minds. These other four begin to appear, are coming out of the darkness. As they do so, making attacks. These two are making attacks against you, Julian. That is, gosh darn it, where is my page that has their stuff up? That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Jesus.
Hits.
Okay. And I would like you to give me a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh, thank fuck, because I have a +0 to that. That'll be a 19 on the dice.
Okay, you don't. He isn't quite. It kind of lunges in and grabs your leg and tries to yank it out from under you, as you take 11 points of piercing damage. But you are able to keep your feet. You're able to wrench your leg out of its jaw and are able to prevent yourself from being knocked prone. But then the other one also comes in to bite at you. That one, however, is only a 14 to hit. So as the second one goes in to bite, you're able to kind of turn around and smack its muzzle away with your shield. And then we have these other two. One attack is going at Gloob, and one is going to be coming at Bart. We're rolling the Gloob attack first. That is a natural 20.
I will uncanny dodge that.
Okay.
Please
Go-
do.
Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw, Gloob.
Shit.
It-
I think there's +1 to this.
Real quick question.
Yes, sir.
Is that wolf creature, dog creature off to the side with the blue underneath it? Is that it being selected, or is it
No.
special for some?
That one, that one seems to be just a little bit bigger than the others, and that is the one that released the howl.
I have a good karma going on so far. That's an 18.
Okay,
17 +1.
You are also in the midst of also trying to avoid some of the damage you take. You're able to slip out of its jaws so it does not knock you prone. You do, however, take 13 points of damage, half down to 6.
Oh, okay.
And
I
then
was worried for a moment.
yeah. And then we have the attack coming at Bart.
All right.
Gosh darn it, that's another 14. That one, it comes in and clanks into your armor, not seeming to pierce through. And kind of in the order of which they bit, they all then turn invisible. And then
That is not where I thought we were getting ready to go with that.
Yep. And then at the same time, from farther back within the woods, 2 arrows come whistling out at you guys.
Motherfucker.
Woo! One at Julian. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
And Julian, because he's the tallest.
I'm gonna shield that.
Okay, you have shield now?
Yep.
Okay.
With a.
That puts you up to 24, correct?
No, because I don't have my shield out. I have my bow. So
Oh. So
that puts me at 22.
17, 22. Still prevents the hit.
Yep.
As this arrow comes whistling out of the darkness, you're able to throw up your arcane shield at the very last second as it slams into it, splintering and kind of its bits whistling off into the woods. The other shot coming at Gloob. That is a 27.
Barely hits, but gets me.
Okay. You take 7 points of piercing damage and 3 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
As the second arrow does not have anything stopping, as you're still kind of reeling from the attack from the dogs. This arrow does sink into you, and aside from it piercing into your body, it feels like it is burning away at the area in which it entered, as well as some of the meat of your like muscle and stuff as it sunk in. And y'all do see that this came from this fellow back here, as y'all see a kind of dark, like a figure with a kind of like black cowl, kind of pulled up to cover up most of the facial features that you can't really see, and like black and gray leathers, like studded leather that he seems to be wielding, as well as a bow in one hand, and you see him step back around their tree. And now I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
A lucky streak ends.
Not terrible.
Man, I love this shield. I love this shield so much.
Sentinel shield's good, man.
You only mention it every session.
Oh
Yeah.
man, every time we roll initiative, I mean, because I
Yeah.
always have like one abysmally horrible roll and then one really good roll.
Right. Also, to any viewers who are not aware, Julian now has shield because as he hit level 6, we shifted warlocks to being full casters, working along the lines of he has full casting spell slots and recovers them on a long rest. Just to keep things a little more fun, because with as few short rests as we divvy out throughout the adventuring day, it'll allow him to have more gas in the tank. So that is why he has changed up some of his spell selections as well. Alrighty, so 25 to 20. Oof. 20 to 15.
19.
17.
17.
19, 17, 17. And which of you two has the higher dexterity?
I believe Julian does.
I thought it was the same.
You
15?
have 14?
Oh, 15.
So we got Bart, Julian.
We always seem to roll the same. That's how I know.
Oh, whoops. I also forgot to roll Ella's wisdom saving throw. She failed it. Ella's actually feared right now.
God damn it.
Julian, 17. Yeah, good bit of 17. 15 to 10.
14.
14. Okay. So I've got a gloob at 14, and Ella had a 19 on her initiative. So despite the fact that she's feared, she is going to be going first.
You said she had a what on her initiative?
19 on the dice for a total of 23.
Nice.
So bring us to the top of the initiative. Bring us to Ella. Oh boy. Is everybody having fun yet? Are we all vibing?
Can Ella technically run towards where they were if she can't see them?
She can't. So, Ella is like, I will say, for the intents of purpose, I mean, that's actually a good point. I think it says that she just can't move towards them if she can see them. So if they're invisible, it says they can't willingly move closer to the source of their fear. So it does not say they have to be able to see it. It does say that their disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, the source of the fear has to be within line of sight. So as long as they're invisible, they don't have she doesn't have disadvantage.
That's pretty funny.
That is kind of funny, actually. I didn't think about that interaction until just now. Ella, however, is going to draw her sword, lighting it up as she does so. There we go. Rolling a 1 on that. And she is going to be holding her action, I guess, for the moment, if something comes within striking distance. As she does, y'all can see that Ella appears very shaken. Like she's doing getting her sword out and everything, but just it looks like she was shaken by the appearance of these creatures. Which I'll light her up because she is now. There we go. That then brings us to the wolves, or mastiffs, the dogs, the shadow puppies. And so this one will then be coming up. Which actually, does that have a recharge on it? Oh no, they can just do it over. Oh, and she gets to remake her saving throw. Damn it. And then she saves it. So as she kind of gets, as she gets like her arms and armaments back around her, you know, while she seems shaken at the first, she does seem to get over it. However, this wolf now appears right here, and it is going to be, as it does, kind of lunging out of the invisibility, taking a bite at you, Gloob. That's another natural 20. I shit you not.
This is a different round, correct?
It technically hasn't gotten to your turn, so I don't think your reaction is refreshed yet.
All right.
Any thoughts on that? I haven't run into this issue with a surprise round into initiative. So
I personally would have ruled it as 2 separate rounds because you have the surprise round and then you have initiative.
Sure.
But that's just me. That's just me.
I mean, I think that's fair. Because it's not quite the same. They already got a full round on you, so we won't rob you of your action. So if you would like to uncanny dodge, you may. But also go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh, shit.
Oof.
For context,
15.
DM, the reason I would rule it that way is technically during the surprise round, he gets a round. He just
Can't do anything. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you said 15, Gloob?
15, yeah.
Okay, so you are not knocked prone, and
Okay.
unfortunately, it rolled 2 1s on its damage dice, so that's 5 damage reduced to 2.
Nice.
That wolf then turns back invisible,
Yes.
lunging out of the darkness, chomping down on you, and then seeming to fade back, like the dark kind of mist that seems to be coming off those creatures. Like they seem to appear, like it seems that this dark mist kind of solidifies. He bit at you and then immediately like disperses almost back into invisibility. And then these same 2. Let's see this one. We're actually gonna see if this one attacks. Yeah, so.
By the way, I just clicked over to the stream, and Boral is on over the map.
What? It shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, it is.
Oh, the word burl. There we go.
Yeah,
there
the
we go.
word burl.
I keep forgetting that I edited that in OBS. I was like, what? What do you mean? Okay, it is now no longer on there. But another one of the shadow puppies blinks back into existence, biting at you, Jakob. Fucking hell, this one, another 14, man. These things just can't seem to land, just clanking into your plate, not quite being able to sink.
I'm gonna pause.
Okay, go ahead and make that attack for me.
It is gonna be Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
That's 18.
18
plus 3.
It hits.
Cool. I use the D8 for the damage.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you get the D8 onto the damage if it hits.
10, 25, 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage. Jesus Christ.
He said, "You ain't Barkus. Get out of here."
Okay, as
You're not my dog.
as it lunges at you, Jakob, and it just clamps in onto your armor. You kind of like yank your leg back as it was trying to like grab onto your leg and pull your leg out from under you. You just kind of, before it can let go of your armored leg, you like yank it back and just drive your sword point down, kind of like into like through its clavicle and everything into its shoulder and kind of rip it out. Not quite killing it, but it is now looking incredibly rough. But it does turn back invisible as it kind of limps like backwards a step from you. And these 2 are going to be doing the same as they did before. I'm just going to go ahead and make them both visible just for the ease of doing things. As this one is first one's taking a bite at Gloob as these both apparate out of the darkness. That is another 27 to hit. Or no, I'm sorry, not 27. I'm sorry. I was mixing up attack bonuses. That's a 24 to hit against Gloob.
Full hits.
Yeah, still hits. Sorry, but I didn't want to freak y'all out that too bad. Go ahead and roll a strength saving throw for me.
That is a dirty 20.
They cannot get your legs out from under you. You're too agile. However, you
Got them
do
frog legs.
still take 14 points of piercing damage.
Boy!
That
I'm
one.
I'm down over fucking half health already, and I haven't even got to go.
Fuck me sideways, or I guess fuck glue sideways.
And the other one taking a bite at Bart.
Bring it home.
Once again, this one just can't seem to get in on you. Even as it apparates out, you just kind of like shove your shield into its mouth as it only gets a 16 on that attack roll. You're able, it just clamps down on that before ripping it back, and they both kind of revert back into turning invisible. Now we're actually gonna start getting to PC turns. Bart, what you doing, buddy?
Well, with all of these not nice things happening, did it seem like it was only the big wolf that let out the howl, and that seemed to be the source of the fear, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Which
In
it
that
has now
case-
disappeared again. Just trying to-
I'm going to try to move right here. Does anything get in my way when I do so?
Oh gosh darn it! I'm hitting the wrong buttons. As you do, you bump into something. Yes.
Okay.
You are not able to enter that square,
All right.
or not. You can't end your turn in that square at least.
Right.
You
right.
go to move forward and you seem to bump into fur, and just like
Right.
all that fun stuff.
That's me making like a tentative like,
Yeah,
are these
oh.
things real? You know? Or
Yeah,
are they? Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I'll announce to the party they're real. They're just invisible, and I will then use my action to embolden the 3 PCs in my party.
All right, the three of you keep track of that D4.
I feel like we're probably going to need that for some trips, maybe.
Y'all are all rolling
And-
really good so far, so.
Yeah, but that's
And-
just been luck on the dice rolls, not because we
Right.
got good bonuses.
That is true.
Excuse me?
Oh,
They haven't
okay.
hit your guys, the two of you that have the highest attack bonuses.
And then for my bonus action, I will not do anything with my bonus action for now.
Okay.
Can't- I wanna cast spiritual weapon, but it's not gonna get anywhere, so
Okay.
it's not gonna have anything to bonk, so I'm gonna hold on
That's
to
fair.
it for now.
All right. That brings us to Julian. What you doing, buddy? These dogs have now been blinking in and out of visibility, biting at you and your friends. It looks like they've bitten Gloob up pretty bad. You to a much lesser extent.
Where is douchey McArrowface?
You saw the arrows come. The arrows kind of, I'll say, kind of came from this direction.
You said we saw like a hooded figure.
Yeah, you
but
saw him beside the tree. Like, you could see his model on the map, but he was standing here, and y'all saw him step back behind this tree after he loosed 2 arrows at you guys.
Gotcha. Drop that eldritch bow and draw scimitar and shield.
Okay.
Where was the one that bit me sitting before it turned invisible again?
They were kind of, as your model is facing you, they were in these areas diagonal to each other when they first popped out and been biting at you and at you guys respectively. It's the last known area.
I will take a swipe at the whichever one bit me.
Okay. That would be the one that bit you, I believe, would be this one right here. So if you are swiping out in that area, make an attack at disadvantage for me.
Oh, that would be cool if it wasn't at disadvantage.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's more expected.
What's total?
Can't remember what my attack bonus is on this weapon one, so
Oh yeah, it's much lower because it's actually using your dex, isn't it?
yeah,
So it should be +5.
be a 15.
15 does still hit.
Oh, thank God.
They are dogs, even if they're shadowy evil dogs.
Don't forget you still have the D4 as well.
And you have the D4.
I did forget.
And
and
you
I'm
do
going
not
to-
you do not get 2 attacks with this weapon, as it's not your packed weapon.
Well, Yeah, I usually use those 2 scimitars if I want 2 attacks with them.
Okay,
But I need that shield right now, so.
that's fair. All right, roll your attack.
And
Or roll your
I'm gonna
damage
go
for me.
ahead and use. I just got the ability. I can't remember what the fuck it's called.
Favored foe.
Yeah, that.
All right, go ahead and
Oh, yeah.
add the d4 to the damage.
Thank God.
So it should be 1d6 plus 1d4 plus 2, I think, should be your totals.
Yeah. That'll be a 7 total damage.
7 total damage. Not quite as impressive as Jakob's 29, unfortunately.
Or what I'm accustomed to belting out either.
Right. So 7 points of damage. Okay, still sinking in as you kind of this magical bond seems to form with this enemy as you strike them. You kind of hearing it growl in response and kind of they get some like a black splatter of of some kind of weird and of blood you would imagine, but then as it like leaves your blade and spatters onto the forest floor, it just kind of like mists away.
You.
Okay. Anything else you're doing for your turn?
Since I cannot see anything, then no. All of my bonus actions are a creature you can see.
All right, that brings us to Jakob. What you doing, buddy?
Firstly, I'm going to say, I think we might want to deal with the whoever's shooting those arrows at us. And then I'm going to try to walk over here, assuming that I'm going to bump into.
You do bump into something in this square.
Yeah. And once I bump into it, I am going to take a regular attack at it.
All right, go ahead and roll attack.
Disadvantage, right?
Correct. This is an invisible creature.
That is going to be 25.
25 hits. Your minimum damage kills it.
Oh,
By a lot. Alrighty, so as this time you're kind of bumping into it and using that to orient yourself, you just bring your greatsword down crossways, slamming into its shoulder and kind of cutting deep. It briefly like flickers into visibility before collapsing and starting to seems to be kind of almost melting / kind of misting away. Almost as soon as you see it's like it collapses onto the ground.
Okay, next I am going to attempt to move here.
Okay, so you're now standing over its now basically rapidly deteriorating corpse.
Okay, and then I'm going to try to move into the square that had the wolf in front of Julian.
Once again, you will bump into something.
Okay, and then I will also be attacking that.
Okay, regular or great weapon master.
I'm gonna great webmaster it.
Okay, make an attack at disadvantage.
9. I'm gonna precision strike it.
Okay.
You also have a D4.
I already
Yep.
used it on the first attack.
All right. Go ahead and add that.
That's going to be 14.
A 14 does hit.
Ooh.
Pretty close, but it does still hit. Roll damage.
25. Yes, 25.
25 points of damage. Slamming into it and just like releasing like a torrent of that same like dark black blood that then mists as it hits the ground, but not quite seeming to bring forth the enemy like the one that you had just done, or that you had just finished off.
I'm going to bonus action Great Weapon Master Strike as I killed the other one.
Okay,
But
go ahead and
this
make
one
an
is
attack
going
roll.
to be a regular attack.
All right, go right ahead.
That's going to be a 14 on the dice.
14 does still hit. Yeah. 14 on the dice plus whatever bonuses you have. Your minimum damage kills the shit out of it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Once again, as you finish it off, it seems coming back into visibility before collapsing and starting to rapidly like turn into this like mush / like mist away. All right. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
I will move now that space I'm assuming is open.
It does.
I'm going to move, try to like get behind whatever is in front of Gloob if there was one there,
Okay.
and stand right there.
Nice.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So, that brings us to the archer's turn. Let's see here. Let me double check his stat block. Alright. So what he is going to do is he is in this square. And he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30. And as y'all see him kind of like running in a crouch between the trees and coming around this side and raising his bow and firing 2 shots at Gloob. That's a 27 to hit.
Who's he hitting?
You.
Okay.
So, you take 6 points of piercing damage and 4 points of necrotic on that first arrow.
Wait, is there a chance he hits the dog since he's a tiny little frog person?
With the angle he currently has. I mean, let's see here. I'll say with a 27, and I'm sorry,
Okay,
with a 27, I'll say he rolled too high, and I'm sorry, that's actually a crit for him. So that's actually 6, 8, 14, that's 17 points of total damage, because I don't think you have resistance to piercing or necrotic, right? Okay.
I do not.
Okay. So, my apologies. That, you take 17 points of damage total. Arrow number 2.
Heard.
The second attack is a 17.
17 just hits.
Okay.
His minimum damage will put me down. I have 4 hit points left.
Since he did roll just on the money, I am going to roll to see if he hits you or not. Or it's you or the wolf or not. Okay?
All
It's
right.
not super in your favor because these wolves are medium creatures, so they're not taking up that whole 5-foot square. Okay?
Wouldn't they just give me some sort of bonus to cover?
We could do that. Just want to get half cover from him, which would make that attack miss. Which I think
Yeah.
is how I've ruled it in the past. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure. Attack number 2, in an attempt to you assume not hit the. They're not really furry. I was about to call them his furry companions, but they are not. It does seem to go just wide, seeming to like almost kind of skim the side of your head, Gloob. And then
The 0 hit point hit.
Yeah.
let's see here. And for his bonus action, y'all. Yeah, we'll say there. As he seems to vanish in a poof of like black mist and disappear off into in the direction of where y'all saw me just move his model. So, kind of hard to have like leaving it up to the imagination, but hey, what can you do?
Is he invisible or
No, he just vanishes and reappears.
There is actually a teleport feature. It's shift click.
Oh wow.
Is
I
there
didn't know.
really?
Yep.
Wah wah.
What do you mean? Shift click.
Jakob.
I'm not seeing.
This. Look at Jakob.
Yeah. Do you have him selected when you're doing that?
No, I'm just pressing shift and then click.
I think because he belongs to you, you can do that with him. Because it's not seeming to work for me. Whatever. I will play around with that feature at a later date rather than messing around with it now in game. That does now bring us to Gloob's turn.
All right. Can you summon me back to the board? My internet has DC'd 3 times now. So
Yeah, sure.
goodness.
I most definitely can. summon players to the board.
Awesome. Thank you.
I can probably make that a little easier for you and just make that the default board for the moment. So there you go.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
So
So nothing is visible. He disappeared behind some trees. I can't see anything, and
You
I have
probably-
4 HP.
you probably, like, from the angle you have, you could probably see, like, his arm sticking out from over here. But you could probably only see, like, I would say, like, you could see, like, half of him from over there. He's
Gotcha.
he's not fully behind the tree, because I think with where you are currently standing, let's see. Actually, we'll say I think you could see, like, a little bit of his arm, but I would say he has, like, if you tried to shoot him from where you were standing right this moment, I'd be
Mhm.
giving him at least half cover.
Gotcha. All right. Since I wasn't on this board, I couldn't see which dogs were killed.
The dogs,
Where
the dogs that appeared and then died were right here,
Okay.
and then right here.
Okay. So I still remember a dog that was fairly close to
Yes, there are multiple dogs that you recall being relatively close to you,
me. Okay.
kind of to your front and sides.
I can't stay here. That is something I cannot do.
Alright.
So I will bonus action disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh,
25.
I'm sorry.
What's up?
As you were doing that, kind of also at the end of that turn, kind of giving y'all a direction of where he went, even after he poofed, he let out a piercing whistle.
Cool.
Like, sounds like it carried. Sorry. Carry on.
As I sort of run away from the party, says, I can't take another one of those. I'm gonna head over here. I try to actually stand. Come on. Everybody just disappeared. Okay. My green slider went my green slider went all the way down, and the whole map just said,
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna
It's
get
gone.
cover from the direction that I saw him,
Okay.
and then I am going to just notch an arrow and like have it ready to go. Just lean up against the tree. I'm gonna hold my action to shoot whatever appears in front of me.
Okay. Sure. Alrighty. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
Yep.
All right. That brings us to Ella's turn. Ella has been no longer feared because she immediately succeeded after on it after failing it. She is having known that there were kind of dogs around this area. She's going to take a step into this square and is going to take a couple of quick stabs into that space, trying to get some damage onto the dog that has been biting at Bart. With I think even at disadvantage that still hits because she has a +7. Yeah, with a 16 to hit. You see, like, her blade kind of some of the light as well as the tip of the blade disappearing as she lands some damage on it. So that's gonna be 3, 4, 10. Her attack number 2. However, the second attack seeming to go wide as it sinks into the dirt next to its form. And she can't see anybody, unfortunately, to try and bind them. Oh. Though I actually did totally forget about one of her other blood curses that she just got. Whoops. Whoopsies. I think the range on that is actually a little short though. So let me reread it, make sure I don't forget it. We will worry about that here momentarily. Ending her turn, that brings us to the remaining dogs' turns. Julian, you hear something moving in the square, kind of diagonal to you, and so you figure it sounds like something is moving. If you would like to make an AOP, at disadvantage, of
At
course.
disadvantage, obviously. Yes. I would. That is probably gonna miss. That is a 14.
14 hits. We have established.
Nice.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I knew my 15 hit before, but I thought that was on the
14
on the
hits.
nose.
It's close, but it did hit.
Is this the same one I hit earlier or no?
Nope. The one that you hit
No.
earlier died.
Okay, that'll be 7 points then.
7 points of damage. Alrighty.
Do I also get an AOP on it?
Nope, because it doesn't exit your threatener space.
Oh, okay.
As it appears right next to you,
Oh, bruh.
And
Well,
I
that
did-
sucks.
and is taking a bite at Gloob.
Is that
Alright.
in Gloob space?
Jones, are you trying to be? Which were you trying to be in this
Yeah.
space or this space?
Fucking VC'd again, bro.
Honestly, it won't make that big of a difference because even if it moved, it'd be moving here. If he was in this space, and so he still wouldn't have provoked an AOP from Jakob.
Word.
Does that triggers my attack?
I will say yes, as it appears, it triggers your attack at disadvantage because it is a ranged attack against a melee target.
Can't make this up. That is 2 natural ones.
Oh, buddy.
Yikes. Yikes.
I hate to say this, Jones. Roll me one more attack at disadvantage.
That is a. Am I adding my attack bonus
Yeah,
or just
yep.
telling you what's
Full-
on the die?
full attack
Oh,
bonus.
okay. I rolled a 4 and a 5 plus 8, so 12.
Okay. Julian, as the dog appears, Jakob jerks up his crossbow and fires at it, but however, he kind of like jerks up a little too hard. It comes flying at you, but you're able to catch it in your shield.
Whew. Oh shit!
However,
DC, I'm gonna exit and come back because I'm just seeing water now.
gotcha. That is, however, an 18 to hit you with the bite.
18 hits.
Which that is
More than
11
4.
points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm down to 0. Lube is down.
All right. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering to do. There we go. It's a status thing. So as the slightly bigger, the alpha of the pack, the leader of the pack, from what you guys can tell, comes out of invisibility, having taken a little bit of a slice from Gloob, not Gloob. I'm sorry, from Julian, but still, and the crossbow going wide from Gloob, it does bite down on Gloob, knocking him prone. Before turning invisible again. And Jakob, you do hear some rustling as it appears to be walking away if you would like to make an AOP.
I want a great weapon master it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oof, I should not have great weapon mastered it. Let's see.
What's the total?
Don't forget your D4.
Yeah, I'm thinking 1 second. 5, 3, 8. Eight.
8. Unfortunately, you swing through the space where you heard the sound from, but you don't seem to make any contact. That's gonna be it for its turn. These two. So this one is actually gonna come here. Julian, as you have been seeming to make some impact. One of the other ones that was seeming to be biting at Bart comes out of its invisibility, making a bite attack at you. I shit you not, that is another natural 20.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Should have been great to me. Fuck me.
Apparently.
I rolled a shitload of nat 20s 2 sessions ago, so I can't exactly say anything.
Go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
This is a 12.
A 12. Unfortunately, this time as it comes out of invisibility, you still have your shield raised and looking in that direction. As you saw Gloob fall, it grabs you by the leg and yanks your feet out from under you as you are knocked prone, as well as taking 15 points of piercing damage on the crit.
You're gonna survive the boss fight just to get smoked by a bunch of Shadow Mastiffs.
What do you mean Shadow Mastiffs? You don't know what these are. Julian's
You
never seen these
literally
dogs in his
described them.
life.
You described them as Mastiffs.
I did. That doesn't mean Julian's not hearing the word of God from on high. It does, however, after yanking you to the ground, immediately just mist back into invisibility. As it does so, moving a little bit more. Whoops. Bart, you hear it seem to be moving out of your threatened space. Would you like to make an AOP?
Would I be able to reach out and touch it? Perhaps.
What do you mean?
If I can create a connection with it to cast a spell?
Do you have Warcaster?
Oh no, I'm thinking of a cool. Yeah, no, I do not actually.
I was like, what?
I will. Yeah, Hail Mary bonk, let's go.
Yeah, sure.
That's a 7. So no.
Unfortunately, as you try to like swing out with your mace real quick, just passes through, hitting nothing but air, just in time for your friend to pop out of the shadows and take a bite at you once more. Actually, because Ella actually hit it and has done damage to it, it is going to take a bite at Ella.
All right.
That is another natural 20.
Jesus.
Oof. I've never rolled this hot before. 6, 12. Okay, and what is her strength saving throw? Is a +1. Oh boy. However, with a natural 17, it does not able to pull her off of her feet, but it does deal 15 points of piercing damage to her. So, getting a hold of her leg and ripping open, kind of like there on the calf, ripping open that her boot and seeming to take a chunk of flesh with it. It then also turns invisible, and you hear it moving again, Bart, but as you have already spent your reaction, that's going to be that. Okay. That brings us to your turn, Bart.
All right. Seeing all this craziness happen and hearing that whistle, I will kind of call out the yak and be like, yeah, I think you might be right. And I will channel divinity to get some zoom going on.
Sure.
And I will have 10 spaces of movement. So 1, 2. Gloob, which square are you in? Because it's important.
The one closest to the tree. Like,
Okay.
So, right there.
The goal was total cover from the archer.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
So you used your action to move using your channel divinity, and then you also used your movement?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I use my movement.
Okay, and so you healed 3 your PCs, correct?
Yes. I healed all 4 of my homies because it's just.
Oh yeah, because you started right next to Ella. That's right. And roll that.
And that is. Shit. Let me check real quick. I always forget that.
Should be 2d6 plus 5 for the heal.
So it's 13.
13 points of healing? Not bad.
13 points of healing to you folks. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon on that dude's head.
Okay. And you know what I did? Finally? Like I finally remembered to do?
What's that?
I made it a unique thing.
Oh.
So it should automatically belong to you. Oh wait, no it doesn't. I forgot to make it belong to you. There we go. Now it belongs to you. I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah.
So wherever you wanted it to appear around.
behind him, so he never sees it coming. Oh, well, you know what, Ian? Right back
Is that
at you
is
with
that a
natural
crit?
20. How
Hell
about
yeah.
that?
All right,
Fuck
good
you.
stuff. All right, go ahead and roll that damage for me.
D8. Oh, fuck. It's a 1, so he takes
Oh,
7 points of
still.
damage.
Good.
Oh, well.
All right.
And that's my super duper full turn.
Okay. So as you kind of go around healing everybody, Gloob, you're being brought back to consciousness. Everybody else feeling a lot better than they were a second ago.
Yeah, no shit.
And you come hauling ass over towards this archer and summoning your spiritual weapon and smacking him. As you do so, kind of catching him in the back, just seemingly completely off guard, kind of knocking his hood askew. And you kind of what you're seeing is a just almost deathly pale elf. You see with dark, you're not quite sure whether the entirety of their eyes are black or not, with just jet black hair seemingly pulled back in a tail. All right, is that gonna be it for your turn?
Yeah. I'll just whistle once I get out of my emboldening bond, trying to call the massives away as well in my direction, away from my homies.
Alright.
I mean, just kind of a taunting thing and telling them, "Come on, face this way, come and get it," type kind of thing.
All right.
But yeah, that's my turn.
All right, that's gonna bring us to Julian. What you doing, buddy?
It's about to be a turn that encompasses every possible action that I can take.
Always a good one. Let's hear it.
Free action to drop the sword and shield. Environmental interaction to pick my bow back up.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's the wrong tool. I'm going to run this way.
Okay. Did you stand up from, or no, you didn't get knocked prone. Oh, you did get knocked prone.
That's right.
So you
actually.
used 15 feet to stand up.
15 feet to stand up.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
My apologies.
I should have knocked you prone.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can knock
So-
people down.
Be 5,
As you do,
And-
taking an AOP.
15. Okay.
So might want to hold off on that.
Oh yeah, I guess your ass gets tripped right back again. That would suck so bad.
However, that is only a 15 to hit.
Okay. Thank God.
So this one poofs back into visibility, but seeming to snap the air right behind your leg as you go to move forward.
Ah. Well, that changes things a bit, because now it's visible.
It is visible. You are correct, sir.
We're going to adjust course a little bit,
Okay.
and I'm going to plug 2 arrows into this guy.
Into the archer or the dog?
The dog.
Okay. Roll 2 attacks for me.
Oh god. That will be a 14, which we've established hits.
Yep. 14 does hit.
Thank God for these way higher bonuses I've got with this weapon.
That's true.
Oh god. And then a dirty 20 on my second.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
2 little d8s. That will be 24 total.
24 damage total. Very
Yes.
nice. Very nice. Very nice. 2013. Okay. Both arrows just sinking into it, just like one in the shoulder and the other just right into it. It's just bam, bam. Just sinking into it as it kind of stumbles back to the side a little bit and staggers a smidgen, but it is still up.
And let's see what the distance on this is. Fuck.
So, looking to Misty Step.
Yep.
Look how much more
There we go.
freedom you have with all those spell slots.
Right?
Hell yeah.
And then as soon as those arrows are loosed in my own cloud of watery vapor bullshit, we're gonna move over here.
Bullshit.
So, as opposed to that black mist that he vanished in, you vanish in just like a poof of like water vapor and just like water, like salty water droplets. You just
A burst of black
blinking
water.
over. All right. All right, is that gonna be it for your
That's-
turn?
That is every conceivable thing I can possibly do on my turn involving every type of action in the game.
You didn't say anything, did you?
Oh, that's right.
Hey, you could talk. You can also talk.
I gotta say something if I'm gonna have a round like that. Not so fast.
All right.
There we go. Now I've done everything I possibly can.
All right. Then it's Julian's turn. That brings us to Jakob.
I'm gonna be dashing.
Okay. So your movement, dash.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
All right.
And then I am also going to be talking to him. Not very kind to sneak up on people like that.
Hey, as you come running in, as he just kind of like follows you, and I will say that since his hood has been knocked back, y'all will note that his face is just complete deadpan. Like even having gotten smacked, y'all are rolling up on him. There just seems like complete apathy, almost. All right.
Oh, that's all I got.
All right. That brings it to his turn.
And the armor he's wearing isn't like he's wearing like this is some person from the that we would recognize or anything like that
No.
from his armor.
No. It just seems to be like Gloob's armor, studded leather armor, just in like kind of in shades of black and gray.
Gotcha.
Like everything on his person is just in all these dark colors. Bringing us to his turn. He is going to.
He's like, I'm a misty step away from this bad news.
Yeah, he did. He saw the work that Jakob was putting in, and he's starting to get surrounded. So you see him like glancing over his shoulder at you, Jakob, as he just vanishes into that same like cloud of black mist, appearing back in the space. He's just kind of traded back right to where he was previously, more or less. And as he does so, peering up around, and it's like as he coalesces back into a solid form, drawing and loosing 2 arrows at Julian.
We're gonna shield that.
Okay. Attack number 1. That's a 26. Yeah, I didn't hear you there, buddy.
Oh, the 26 will hit.
Okay, were you shielding anyway?
I mean,
It's
thought
up
I
to
had
you.
call it.
Okay, you can call it after I tell you the roll, so it's up to you.
Oh, okay, then no.
So that's gonna be 10 points of piercing damage and 4 points of necrotic on the first shot.
Woo!
Well, there goes the healing +1.
Not emboldening bond. What is it? Balm of peace. Do be good. And arrow number 2. That one is only a 19, so you can shield that one if you
I
like.
will shield that one.
Okay. So, one arrow sneaking through, like it's almost like before you're able to get the shield up in time, it just slams kind of like into the meat of like your pectoral. But then the other one following right behind it, you do get your shield up in time for that one as it shatters once again into that field of arcane energy. Okay.
Fucking ow.
That being said, he does then use his movement to keep kind of trying to kite you guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Come into this square right here. And as he does so, you can like as he fires his arrows and he finishes moving, y'all hear answering whistles. One far off to one side, like they both sound distant, but clearly close enough to be heard. One coming from across the river, and another coming from in the forest to the other side. And as those confirmation whistles come out, he whistles once more in a bit more of like in a different kind of like a call and response fashion, almost not sounding quite the same as the other one, but loud ass whistle. And I'm not super good at those. Probably a skill I should work on. But that will end his turn, bringing us to Gloob. Gloob, you have now been brought back to consciousness, but you are still prone. You see a doggy visible. Your friends have moved over. You're hearing these whistles going off, some of them sounding distant. What are you doing?
Do I get disadvantage on ranged attacks if I'm prone?
Yes. I believe so. I think all attacks made when prone are a disadvantage.
I don't
Is it
think
all-
you get
Is
disadvantage
it
for
melee
ranged.
attacks?
I know you do for melee attacks. I thought it was for all attacks. But I could be wrong if y'all want to check real quick. I could be wrong. That could be one of the only benefit of being prone.
The creature has a disadvantage on attack rolls, is what it says on D&D Beyond.
There you go. So yes.
There you go. Wonderful. Awesome. Excellent. I love it. Okay. Well, I will stand up.
All right. 15 feet of movement, stand up. Or I think we rule it in y'all's favor, so 10 foot for y'all who are awkward 25-foot movement speeds.
Put a movement left. I'm just gonna. This is the only thing I can see right now, and I have no clue what the fuck is going on behind me. So I'm gonna say, right there,
Okay.
bringing out the sword.
As you exit your space, the
I
wolf
forgot about that.
the wolf that was behind you does appear back in that square beside you. However, that's only a 12 to hit. So these AOPs are doing really bad for them. So this wolf kind of popping back into existence, snapping it out at you, but you kind of like do like a little frog hop as you kind of get yourself to your feet and go forward, and just misses you.
Wonderful. I will take my sword and try to stab this thing in the head.
All right.
Oh,
Make an
on
attack roll for me.
Oh yeah, that is 16 or an 18 plus 9. That's an 18 plus 9.
That hits.
Awesome. And since there are, I guess you have to tell me. I don't think there's any.
It doesn't have any allies, and your minimum damage will kill this thing, since I think you're about to roll so many dice, because you have a +6 flat, right? And you're about to roll a D8.
And
I
3d6.
thought it was plus. It's +6 because it's a +1.
+6.
Which
Yeah.
I don't know if you figured out. I did figure out how to fix that, so that it actually
cool.
shows on your sheet. By the way, so I keep forgetting to tell you, because I figured out how to do it for the kukri on Gandalf's sheet.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so +6, and then I think it's 3d6 and a d8. So even if you rolled all ones, you would kill it.
Gotcha.
So
Awesome.
rolling up on it and just sinking Captain's authority into it, just kind of in through its throat before whipping it back out. It does kind of gurgle as that blood splashes out on the other side, hissing as it hits the ground, seeming like wilting the already kind of like murky looking undergrowth before collapsing and beginning as the others to rapidly deteriorate. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
I still have a bonus action which I would like to use. Which I think I'm gonna dash somewhere. I just don't know where quite yet. These fucking trees are getting in my way to see shit.
Sorry.
If you move your little green thing down, you can make it to where you only see the stumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
me really sad because it means people don't actually see my map.
See the rest of my party going off in that direction. I am just going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Bonus action dash to right here.
Okay. Very good. You do so.
And that'll be it for my turn.
All right. That brings us back to the top of the initiative, bringing us to Ella. Ella, seeing you slay that one and seeing this other one take a bite at you, is going to move over 5, 10, and as she does so, exiting this one's space as it turns visible and takes a bite at her. One of these is going to hit with their AOPs.
Nope, they're sure not.
Nope, that is, I shit you not, that is another natural 20.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted at all.
Holy shit.
And matter of fact, fuck you, Ian.
Why can't I roll this good with the Oni? Come on.
Also, fuck you.
So that's going to be 4, 7, 14, 17 points of damage to Ella. And she's going to try to not get knocked prone. And succeeds just barely as it once more kind of appears out of the darkness, like grabbing onto her leg and just ripping a swath onto her. It's really awkward that I keep having to change screens on my iPad to fucking do her shit, but at the same time, it's more convenient than doing it on my computer. Okay. And so Ella, seeing it pop back in, is still gonna keep moving towards the one that originally tried to make an AOP at you, Gloob. And kind of finishes running on over here as it does. She's a smart lady, and it looks bigger than the others. So she's going to make 2 attacks at it. With 1 hit, 16 plus 7, and another 16 plus 7. So hitting on both of her attacks. 8, 12, 18. 7 plus 6, 13. 13 plus 18 is 28. 31 points of damage.
Goodness.
As she runs up and just rapidly skewers it twice through places in its chest, almost as this thing seems to collapse like almost all the way to the ground before bringing itself back to its feet.
Oh.
All right. Does, however, bring us to their turn. Alrighty, so that's his turn first, which even in as bad a shape as he is, they're not normal beasts, so they don't quite function on the same wavelength as other people. It's going to take a bite at Ella. With a 21 to hit, that will hit. 10, 13 more points of damage onto Ella. And she's gonna still not gonna be knocked prone. Good job on Ella. That even with that +1, she is sticking in there.
Nice.
However, she is now looking whew, like they're now just like these wounds on her, like her legs and like lower torso seem to be adding up. And realistically, the only person who's seeing this is Gloob, as she just kind of seems to kind of be staggering a little bit. This one does then turn invisible before kind of moving over this way. That then brings us to this one. Since those are the last 2, Jones, high, low.
Low for tonight.
Low for tonight. All right. Okay, it goes for Ella. Which it just comes. This one as it kind of comes up to this little diagonal space, lunging at Ella with a dirty 20 to hit, which still is hitting, unfortunately. She has no way to increase her AC beyond that. 4, 7, taking another 10 points of damage. However, this time being knocked prone is just the rapid succession of these bites are just just seem to she can't keep wrenching her leg out of their jaws forever. And Gloob, she looks bad from what you can see. This is probably the worst you have ever seen Ella look in a combat. That finishes their turn, bringing us to Bart. Oh, and this one does then turn back invisible.
Do I see Ella, like, get yoinked and grabbed down from, like, the side of the wolf pulling on her over there?
Since you are focused over this way and she is behind full cover, roll a perception check for me. Remember, it's still dim light, so it's still a straight roll.
17?
With a 17, I'll say you don't see it, but you hear like a crash to the ground behind you after some growling and yipping from the dogs that were still left behind you.
Okay.
So.
I will use my movement to 1, 2, 3, 4 to get right there, and I will cast Healing Word on Ella.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that healing for me.
That is 7 points total.
Very nice.
And shit. With my action, I am going to I'll just double move to get closer to her. So
All right. As you come moving up, all right.
All right, that's my turn.
Alrighty, that then brings us to Julian. What you doing, buddy?
Whew!
Let's get it started.
Neat ball. Well, I got line of sight to Dude Boy, so we're going to plug him with 2 arrows.
Okay, make 2 attack rolls for me.
And a Hex Blades Curse.
Okay.
Because I need some HP. This man just try to turn him into a potion.
Alright, sure.
Be a 12 plus 8 to dirty 20 on the first.
Dirty 20 hits.
And then the second one will be a natural fucking 20.
There you go. Very nice. Go ahead and roll damage. Good stuff.
I just need his life force. That's all I need.
Alright.
Oh god, I'm so fucked up right now. Mediocre on the first damage roll. That'll be plus 7. 14 points on the first arrow.
Okay, 14 on the first.
And that crit was really disappointing. 17 total for the second arrow.
So a total of 27, 31 points of damage.
Yes.
That's still nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, well, lackluster crits still hurt my feelings.
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. So as those 2 arrows do come out, like the first one jamming into, kind of like right into his shoulder of his bow arm, and the other catching him right in the stomach, seeming to sink in almost all the way to the fletching, just kind of doubling over in pain as he kind of coughs. And you kind of see like a spatter of red on the grass in front of him before he straightens up, not quite dead. Anything else for your turn, Julian? You are muted, by the way.
Ah, my bad. Yes, I was trying to...
So it's bonus and
out.
action.
Yeah. Oh, oops, my bad. Ignore that. These trees have got me all fucked up with the drawing lines and stuff. Yeah, that makes much more sense. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
And seeing my friends over here having a hard time, I'm gonna move over here to get cover, but also be close to them.
All right. Does that be it for your turn?
Get him, Jakob!
That does bring us to your turn, Jakob. What you doing, buddy?
I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right here.
Mhm.
How is he looking?
He definitely looks rough after those two arrows that Julian put into him.
I'm gonna throw 2 javelins at him.
Okay. Make those attack rolls for me. Are you within 20 foot?
I am.
So they will be at disadvantage. You're 30 feet away.
That's good because that's the range that I need.
I thought it was 20. Or is it 20 for the hand axes?
It's 20 for the hand axe.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind. Then you're good.
And what's even better is I rolled a natural 20 and a 19.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage on the crit for me first.
Okay. That's going to be just... You know what? I'm also going to add a menacing strike to that.
Okay.
With a d6.
He says, "Fuck this guy."
Okay.
Unfortunately, rolled absolutely terribly. That's going to be 6 plus 5, so 11 points of damage.
Okay. Decide his fate.
I'm just gonna throw the javelin and just pierce him through the skull, going in through the eye and into the back of the head.
All right. So as you kind of run up as Julian is running over there, calling out to you to finish him off, you come up and just hauling back and just launching the shit out of that first javelin as it comes in. As he's still kind of like recovering from the arrow to the gut that he received from Julian, as he finishes coming out, just slamming into his right eye socket and you like going all the way through his skull, but like kind of knocking his head backwards. He just kind of collapses backward onto the forest floor.
And because I made the mistake of rolling twice, I am going to throw that second javelin at him and just throw it at his dead body.
So I'll say since you already rolled them both, it just kind of like it was following almost immediately afterwards. It just kind of sank into him at an angle as his corpse hit the ground.
He mega dead.
Yep.
I don't see any more dogs. I was too far to probably have noticed them anyways. Yep, that's gonna be it.
All right. As it ends your turn, he is dead, so it passes over his turn. As his turn passes, though, y'all hear 2 more of those whistles coming from those same directions, one from across the river, one from deeper into the woods off to y'all's other side, and they sound like they are getting closer.
How much closer? If we had to gauge it.
Oh, jeez. Roll.
Not like the distance they've traveled, but like the distance they are to us.
Right. Roll a survival check for me.
Okay.
As you're trying to gauge that information.
What's 4? Let's see. Oh shit. 8.
8. You're not sure.
Just to clarify for my orientation on this map, what is our direction of travel if I'm actually using the in-game compass?
Yeah. The way that you guys are going, to exit the wood would be keeping the river on your right, so you would be heading north. The whistles sound like they are coming from your east and west, respectively.
So our direction of travel is heading north according to the Tailspire compass?
According to the Tailspire compass.
Gotcha.
Does that be it for your... any other questions real quick before we keep it moving?
No, that's it.
Okay. That brings us back to the top of the initiative, bringing us to Ella. Ella is going to stand up, looking rough. I almost accidentally killed her on accident.
Did I get a skip?
I'm sorry. You were after him, so you go, Gloob. I'm sorry. My apologies. Sit back down, Ella.
Nothing big for my turn. All I'm doing is bonus action hide and prepare an attack for one of these dogs to chase me down.
Okay, go ahead and roll that stealth check for me.
2 plus 11 is 25.
25, very nice. Alrighty, and what's the trigger for your reaction?
Something bad coming within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
A dog to exist.
All right. Now, and if that's it for your turn, that will then bring us back to the top to Ella. Who now she's going to stand up. And because she's not quite sure where the dog is, we're going to give it a quick little... Give her a perception check. And she can't seem to gauge where the dogs have gone after attacking her. She's going to, as fucked up as she is, she's going to take the dodge action. She, as you guys kind of see her bring her sword and shield up in more of a defensive posture. She kind of seems to lower her center of gravity in an attempt to not get knocked prone again. That will then bring us to their turns, which I believe that's him first. She doesn't have any particular loyalty to that guy. It is going to... Whoops, I was moving it for no reason. It is going to pop on invisible and take a bite at Ella, which makes it a straight roll, even as she's dodging. Which a 16 does not hit her AC, I do not think. Does not, as this seems to be prepared this time, like she just hears it coming and just swings around with her shield, kind of smacking it in the muzzle, preventing it from letting her attack on its attack on her. It does then turn invisible again. The other one, and kind of shifting around a little bit. The other one popping out here and making an attack at you, Bart. That one is going to be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
11.
Okay. Unfortunately, you weren't ready for it this time, as it gets a hold of your ankle and yanks you prone.
No! Okay.
Knocking you prone. But I rolled shitty on the damage this time, so you only take 8 points of piercing damage. As it does then vanish once more. That's going to end their turn, bringing us to your turn, Bart.
Well, I reckon I'll get up. And, that's the wrong tab. I'll get up and, shit. See my spiritual weapon back there, and I will, 20 feet towards me. Something like that, I guess.
Okay, so you're moving your thing.
Yeah.
Did you stand up, you said?
Yeah, I don't know how to stand up.
Whoop.
Okay.
I got you. So you're now stood up. That costs 10 foot of your movement. You got 15 left if you want to do anything.
I'll move over here next to Ella.
Okay. As you do so, provoking an AOP.
Oh.
As it blinks back into existence, having moved over into this square.
Moved over there.
Yeah. That is going to be a 24 to hit. Make another strength saving throw for me. If rolling the exact same, that's another 8 points of piercing damage.
Natural 19.
So this time, not quite able to yank your feet out from under you, but still seem to do some damage. And that was 8 if you did not hear it.
Yeah, if that guy stops me right there whenever
I mean, he doesn't stop you because you succeeded on the move, so you could keep moving if you would like. It's up to you.
No, I will turn and have him make a wisdom saving throw, or her make a wisdom saving throw.
They do look fairly amorphous. You can't hard. They're all like shadowy and wispy, so you're not quite sure. That.
No big shadow balls, huh?
No big shadow balls. That. I think that's the same. That's a 19.
Okay.
Which I believe
still takes 7 points.
This is on what?
Oh no, never mind.
I was about to say, toll the dead, I think is saber side.
Yeah, that's not saber out. Yeah, saber side.
Yep.
Okay, so
Okay.
they take no damage.
as the bell kind of tolls around and it shakes its head after a moment, like it seemed to like settle in around it, but it doesn't seem to have any effect.
All right.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
Okay, that is then gonna bring us to Julian's turn.
Alrighty. Well, is this
Is what?
just making sure this is intended to be a visible dog?
Yeah. It used its reaction, make an AOP, so it broke its invisibility.
Gotcha. We are going to immediately plug that one with a couple
Okay.
shots.
Go right ahead, make an attack roll for me.
21,
21 hits. Roll
22.
Okay, both hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
22.
Between the two arrows, that'll be 21 damage total.
21 damage total. Okay, both arrows sinking into it. This dog is looking rough. Not a pun intended. Is that gonna be it for your turn, Julian?
Oh. We need to go. And he's going to
Whew, that peaked.
put his money where his mouth is and start rotating.
All right.
Where was the other one last seen?
It was seen. It had popped up in this square here. Was where you had last seen it. Is where it had popped up and bit at Ella.
I don't know if Julian, oh God, would have noticed that. Absolutely not. So he is unfortunately going to try and move through that area.
Okay.
20. So it was right here.
Yeah,
Just
that was
south
that.
of-
Was, yeah, just one more square over of the
Uh,
in like that direction was where it had
yep.
been.
And then bumping into it, and be like, oh shit.
You don't
Move
bump
one
into
more
anything.
Oh, it doesn't?
Nope.
Oh, well, in that case, would have kept going there.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on that one over there.
All right. Brings us to Jakob's turn. Unless you had something else you were gonna do, Julian. Okay.
Shooting the Mastiff and saying we need to go, and then going.
Okay. Brings us to Jakob's turn. What you doing, buddy?
All right. I am assuming that I hear that. I'm also going to start moving with the party. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to be throwing another javelin at
Okay.
a visible puppy dog.
Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
That's a 9 plus, I believe, 8. Yes, so that's going to be 17.
Yeah, that hits. Minimum damage kills it. It had 2 HP.
Cool.
So that's another one of them down as Jakob following suit. So y'all appear to be pulling out. Comes up, chucking another javelin, taking out another one of the dogs. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
Yep, that's all I can do.
Okay. That would have brought us to his turn. You guys do not hear whistles this round. Bringing us to Gloob.
Wonderful. I can't see anything. Oh shit, my mouse is on Skype. Julian has already said what I was thinking, so I am going to continue stealthily. So I'll use my action and movement and use my bonus action to continue my stealth, but move 50 feet.
Hey, you're already stealthed. You're not doing anything to break it, so you could just keep moving if you would like. Though I guess, are you dashing, you said?
Yeah, I'll be using my action to dash.
Okay. I would say that I guess that like full sprint would break the stealth. So you're doing 2 move actions and then re-stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself and then roll that stealth check for me.
30. 40. Shit. I'll be somewhere where I can break line of sight. Right about here is where I'll end my turn or end my movement.
Okay.
Oh, not good. Jesus, what is happening tonight? 19.
Okay. That's still pretty darn good. That's well into the double digits.
Do I get a D4 to checks or no?
If you're emboldened, I believe it's to ability checks or like skill checks as well.
Yeah.
I think it's to everything. Yeah, it's not quite like plus. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
+1.
So dirty 20.
Dirty Fucking hell, bro.
Alrighty. You feel pretty well stealthed as you are following your team's lead as y'all are pulling out. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to Ella's turn. As y'all are saying this, let's see. She is gonna try to see if she can figure out where this dog is at. What's her bonus to perception? She cannot seem to figure out where the dog is. Can't seem to pin down its location, so following suit, she's gonna start moving. 20, 30. Alright. She puts action to words and is like, yes, I believe exiting is our best course of action now. That's gonna end her turn. Alright. And that brings us to its turn. And y'all hear 30. As nobody gets any AOPs, but it does sound like y'all hear the movement moving in those who are right there of you two right there hear the movement of it heading westerly, it sounds like.
Okay.
Alrighty. That brings us to Bart's turn.
How, when you say westernly, can you give me like a general direction of westernly?
Like, from your direction, it sounded like it was going somewhere in this way. Like, it was headed in this direction, it sounded like.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say, hey, I think one of them wolves still up is moving over in that direction, and I'll point in the direction, and then keep moving. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess I'll be like, oh my gosh.
Woo, where'd he go?
Oh, he's up in the tree.
Oh, you're in the tree. I was like, where'd he go? I was like, all right. So as you
I guess
move
I'll
up.
move right there.
All right.
Just behind Ella.
Okay.
And I'll call out, Gloom, we're heading north. I don't know if you're okay. Let us know. And yeah. Action. I will just hold a melee attack in case something attacks me or Ella.
Sure. Okay. Julian. What you doing?
Yeah, we're going to continue the move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Booking it to about there. And I'm going to hold my action to shoot the first cloaked shithead or evil dog that I see.
Okay. Jacob, what you doing?
I'm going to be dashing, going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 to right there.
All right. Is that going to be it for your turn?
That is going to be it.
Okay. So this would bring us to Gloob's turn. Once again, y'all have not heard any whistles for the past two rounds. Unless, seeing as y'all are seemingly disengaging, unless anybody is planning on turning around to hunt after the Mastiff, we will be out of initiative order.
Alright, well, out of initiative, the action remains the same.
Y'all are just booking it and kind of keeping your head on a swivel for anything. Alright, so as y'all are starting to move your way more cautiously through the woods, still kind of with the bank of the river in semi-view through the woods, after that ambush this morning, that's where we're going to take our break.
Hey.
So, thank you all so much so far for being here. I hope everybody's having a good time. I know I am. I've never rolled this well ever, so I'm having a lot of fun. But we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick 15 bio break and then be right back to continue the second half of this session. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
And we're back, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening. If you're joining us for the first time after this
Aloha.
break, welcome. If you're stuck around since before the break, thank you. Appreciate it. Big TY for everybody. Proxy Posse, I just caught up on your involvement in the chat. Thank you for being so talkative, man. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself and hope that you continue to do so, because I will probably get distracted and forget to be checking chat after this. So I figured I'd go ahead and open up with that. Hope everybody else seems to be doing just fine on that. So, oh goodness, I'm gonna need the shit out of my desk first. Quick, brief rundown of where we were during our first half of the session. Our party on their way out of the Dreadwood here in Saltmarsh had woken this morning. Liam's tiny hut had ended from Bart's casting of it, and they were starting to get together and were discussing how they're like, yeah, we're going to get the fuck out of here. And as they did so, they were assaulted by 5 shadowy stuff, dark hounds, as well as 1 darkly garbed archer who put the hurt on them in a swift and pretty violent manner. Gloob going down at one point, some spell slots having to get tossed around, Jakob as per usual running rampant, slaughtering animals, and Bart putting some healing out to keep people up. They were, however, with some solid rolls and a couple lucky crits from Julian, able to bring down the archer as well as the majority of the hounds, one seeming to flee the scene as they did so themselves. And that is where we will rejoin you guys as you are hurrying off, still at attention, keeping an eye out cautiously to attack anything that may burst out of the shadows at you as you travel. How would you all like to proceed?
Let's go at least 50 feet around, I would say.
As y'all are traveling, so we'll kind of do up some travel speed kind of deal. Are y'all trying to move at a fast speed, a regular speed, or are y'all trying to stealth?
Glue will stay ahead of the party like he is currently, using his action and movement to move 50 feet around, and then bonus action to stealth every round. For as long as we think it's necessary.
Okay.
Julian was trying to higgity haul some ass.
So it's up to y'all. What are y'all doing?
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
assume
Gloob.
that we're going to be into a full out sprint to get distance between these hunting parties before they converge on us.
Yeah, I mean, we can drop back to stealth once we get a little bit more distance, but
It'll take y'all a minute to catch up with me anyways. I was a solid 50 feet in front of y'all regardless.
So.
yeah. So after I've got like 100 meters or more between myself and the bloodbath location,
Okay.
drop down into something a bit more careful.
Okay. So as y'all are moving along, and y'all can see up ahead of you, you guys see Gloob kind of like dashing forward and then going into some brush, getting up and dashing forward and getting behind a tree, just kind of like boom, boom, like kind of bouncing around before going back to ground. And the rest of you are all just kind of booking it, as far as I'm aware, just kind of keeping a hefty pace, not quite a full-out sprint. If I understand, Bart's full-out sprint is 50 foot, so actually, yeah. So y'all are, the rest of you who are less sneaky and hadn't had quite as much of a head start are just kind of chunking along, due to one of you being in half plate and the other being in full plate, inevitably pretty loudly, for about 100 meters as you guys go along. Y'all still are not hearing any more of the whistles of the other hunting parties as y'all move along, but y'all are not running into anything as of yet as y'all finish those 100 meters or so, and Julian at the very least is looking to start to slow down. What are the rest of you doing?
As soon as we start slowing down, I'm going to start hitting everyone in the party with some prestidigitation to clean blood off of them and to get sense down to a minimum.
Okay.
Noticing what Bart's doing, Julian will do the same.
While keeping a brisk mall jog through the
Yeah.
forest.
Okay.
Or I mean, mall walk, doing the fast walk.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, going down to just using your movement to move along. So you guys aren't quite making quite as much noise, but you're still not moving quietly. As y'all are going along, trying to clean up what blood there is. Ella is looking not well. She's looked worse earlier when she was originally prone, but she's still not looking great. Gloob, as they kind of slow down and start kind of cleaning themselves up, are you continuing to do like 50 foot ahead? You'll be getting farther ahead if you continue as you are, or as you had been anyway.
I'll keep the same distance from them, but
Okay.
yeah, as quietly and stealthily as I can, and just sort of scouting out for the party.
Okay, roll a couple stealth checks for me.
If Gloob, are you ever going to come back to the party whenever we slow down to figure out what's what?
Sure, I figured we were going to get a little bit further.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we can keep going then.
How many did you want? Just two?
Yeah, just give me a couple.
22 and
two.
27.
22, 27, okay. Alright. Alrighty. Says y'all go along about how far are y'all looking to go after you've kind of slowed your pace down a little bit to still not quite a stealth pace, but not quite a crashing through the woods pace before you guys attempt to converse.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk while I'm doing the prestidigitation stuff on folks.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not quite sure how far they were away, but we should get moving. And I mean, they might be able to track us. I don't know if them dog things even work on scent. They could be, I don't know, looking on magic or something. They definitely weren't normal dogs, that's for sure. But this might help. I think it'd be better if, if we could break that somehow. Anybody know what them things are?
I mean,
Looking
all
at
I know.
Ella.
Looking
Looks
at Ella.
DM.
Yeah. Does anybody? Oh, no.
God?
Nobody in this party would. Let's see here.
Wouldn't I have seen
Animal handling
hunting
checks?
or bloodhound-esque dogs in the Seton militia?
I mean, you would have seen like hunting dogs and stuff, but let's see here. Let me look at our knowledge skills. We have Arcana, History, or Nature.
Not animal handling.
No, it would not be animal handling. Like that's the thing. I don't know. You know what? For those who would like to be thinking if they have heard of anything like this, I would like a straight intelligence check.
Fuck. Oh boy.
I missed.
Here we go.
That is
Why
a
can't we
natural
just
20.
don't think our players would know that?
13.
There's even with a natural 20, there's gonna be no exact information, and
Sure.
basically only the natural 20 is gonna get anything at all.
Well,
Yeah, 19.
it's not a nat 20, so.
A natural 20 plus 0.
Yeah, I got 19 plus 0.
Yeah, quite frankly, the only person getting anything is Gloob, and it's not much. Gloob, there have been, you think you've probably heard tales of hounds wreathed in black smoke that seem to vanish and reappear and hunt in packs and seem probably a bit smarter than your average hound. But you're not sure where they come from. You've probably only heard stories, and that they are vicious and pretty single-minded in their escapades, and that you're all the tales you've told or you've heard, none have said exactly from where, but you're reasonably certain they are not of this plane.
They're smart, they're violent, and they're not from here. So I don't know much, but we just need to keep moving. We don't need to sit here for long.
All right.
I can't go through that again. I won't make it.
If we really
Lubis is bleeding like pretty
Oh, yeah.
profusely.
If you're bleeding that profusely, I'll hit you with a cure wounds.
Yeah,
But
if y'all-
max, so 13 for that.
If
That
you-
doubles my hit points.
If y'all are stopping for a moment,
I'm
see here.
giving Gloob a slap on the run. Let me roll that save. Okay, I slowed down for a second there. I didn't feel so great with a fucking 6 on my con save.
so as y'all are kind of doing each other up, Ella says, I could probably hit all of us with about a little bit. I've only got enough resources to probably patch each of us up once.
You can save it on me. I'm feeling fine. I don't think I didn't get touched at all.
I'm pretty okay myself, but maybe we should. What I was gonna say is, if we want to risk hopping in the river, they should be able to break our scent pretty good. If we can, if everyone thinks that they can make it all right, we're going down river, right? Like we're going.
Yeah,
with
y'all are going down river, back out towards the edge of the wood.
I got this ring that'll let me keep up real easy, but I don't know about the rest of you. Yeah, I go.
1 second. Sorry.
He's hitting the band
Okay,
hammer on
there we go.
somebody in
Yeah,
chat.
that's what I saw. I was about to make sure y'all saw that.
Can you repeat what you said? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we could probably break the scent if we jumped in the river and swam for a little bit. We could get out on either side and keep on moving, but I mean, we got to keep a good pace in the water. I got this ring that'll help me. I don't know about how everyone else does in water. Ella?
I mean, I'm a capable swimmer, but and she is actively like wrapping some bandages like around herself and applying some salves. But I mean, for a long period of time, probably not. And she just kind of, Gloob, you got some of the worst of it. Would you like me to patch you up as well?
Yes.
You get 14 points of HP.
Awesome. My health has tripled.
And she just kind of looks around. Does anybody else wanting any healing from Ella?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So one more. That's max. That's 16 points of HP for Julian.
Boy,
Nice.
All right.
that is very nearly max HP. Good God.
That leaves me at about enough medicinal herbs and the like for about 2 more.
All right. I
How
feel
many-
confident at being able to get across the river. It doesn't seem. Is it like a roaring river?
I mean, it's not moving like crazy fast, but I mean it is moving. It is a moving river. So you would think in plate, even if it was a pond, you would probably be having some trouble.
How big are the patches that Ella has for her different deities? The different deities?
I mean, they're all probably ranging from probably at the smallest about the size of like a dollar coin, and then some a little bigger depending on what they're depicting. Like some of them, they just are larger symbols or more detailed symbols.
How big's her one for Sorololi?
And probably about the same as all the others. What the symbol of Sorololi is a door, correct?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, probably, like height wise, like about not quite the height of my hand, a little about that wide.
Okay.
Just like
Ellie, you
on the
mind?
like breast, this like upper collarbone section of her armor.
How are they fashioned onto her armor?
Some of them appear to be like stitched in. Some of them appear to have been like branded onto the armor.
Oh, okay, never mind. That will not work. I thought she had like little emblems that were on there. Okay.
Yeah. So some of them are like metal, like symbols, like maybe that would have been originally attached to a necklace, but were then like sewn onto the armor.
Okay. Sorololi in particular, is that a song one?
High low.
Always high. Especially tonight.
It is a what is your hope? Since
My
it was
hope
a
is that
6?
it's metal.
It is, yeah. It is a physical symbol that she is kind of like that has been sewed into that part of her armor.
Hey, Ella, can I get that Sorololi patch? I'll make you another one. I just got an idea. If we're gonna hop in the water, I say we can get in the water. We can move maybe 100, 200 feet, and then hop out, and we can get Yakim. I'll cast a light on this like it's a Devant, a holy symbol, and you Yakim just throw that damn thing as hard as you can on the other side of the water that we come up on.
Very well. Very well. And
Appreciate it.
she takes off
So
a knife and just kind of snicks some of the parts that's holding on. If it will help us get out of here unaccosted, that would be nice. Just kind of hands it over to you.
All right. I'll take it. I'll dip it in some fucking in some dregs of goodberry jam to get a nice strong scent in there, and get ready for us to go in the water. Since light lasts for an hour, so I'll cast the light on the holy symbol. If we're going to do this thing in the water, we should do it sooner than later. We still got plenty of strength left.
All right.
Then let's go.
So to clarify, your plan is to get across the river and then to yeet the glowing holy symbol that is also covered in goodberry jam to the other side of the river.
Not like covered in it, but enough to keep a scent, kind of. Yeah, what I'm saying.
And I don't think, are we crossing the river entirely? I thought we were just getting in it and then going down for
Right.
100
We
feet.
can get in it to make it seem like we're crossing, or cross it and throw it on the other side. Whatever the case may be, is that we throw the holy symbol that would attract attention both visually and would smell to the opposite side that we decide to get out on.
Yeah.
This river is as wide as like 50 foot in places.
All right.
Like
I mean-
50 to 60 feet for the most part.
Should be fine.
Okay.
Do we want to stay on this side or go on the opposite side?
Do we
We need
know
to
if
not-
we need to cross the river? Sorry, do we know if we need to cross the river to get back towards Burl?
Well, let's take a look here. While
Yeah,
we are
really
not
know what
on
side
the
we're on.
battle map, pull up the battle map since
Hey.
that's the map that I have the map on. Pow. And then I'll bring my little Burl word here. So, if y'all are looking in our big red circle, since this is the version of the map that I currently have on here, y'all are currently somewhere around you see the line where the dot is going, so that's the river, and y'all are somewhere along that length on the eastern side.
So we do need to cross.
Yeah, you could cross after you exited. You could cross now.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we came in, we crossed the river before coming in last time, right?
Under less heat, y'all had the time
yeah.
to find a ideal crossing at that juncture.
Whichever side we're on, it needs to be the opposite side of the symbol.
Right, exactly. That's the whole point, is to throw them off. And
So
keep
just
'em-
leave this. Sorry.
So if we're going to cross all the way, we're going to throw it somewhere on this side, and if we're going to keep on going all the way across the river, then we need to get in the river and cross on over. Otherwise, just toss to the opposite bank and beyond.
Do we need to throw it? I mean, we're already on this side. Can we just leave it?
Well, they're probably going to see our tracks moving into the river, so they're going to know we're going into the river regardless.
Let's throw it on the opposite side, move down, and then get back on this side. Hopefully they'll keep searching the other side.
All right. I'm fine with that.
Sure.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Give me
Julian
the
trying to.
Yeah, I assume we're still kind of like at a pretty steady movement.
I figured y'all were at least still walking as you talked. Yes.
Yeah.
As we're walking, I'll just take the ring and hand it over to Jakob.
Thank
Ring
you.
of swimming.
Okay. So now our two plated boys have rings of swimming.
As we move into the river, Julian, being a bit more water acclimated, will take point to make sure we're not about to swim into like giant giga river barracuda nest or something.
Probably intelligent. At the same time, is anybody kind of making active perception checks? Just
Yeah,
curiosity.
that'd be what Julian would be doing.
Yeah.
ahead
I was
of-
talking about aside from you checking the river.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for
Now
sure.
now would be the
I'd
time
keeping an eye out.
if y'all were gonna be making this.
Was it 9 or 8?
I got 17.
17,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20, very nice.
22.
22, also very nice. Julian for checking the river.
Checking the river will be a 14.
All right, very nice. You don't see anything in there. The rest of you, as y'all are looking around, y'all are still relatively close to the area in which I say relatively close. Y'all are pretty far along because y'all have been moving almost this entire time. You'll see like slight bits of movement out in the woods and kind of moving a little bit out. It is dark, or dim at the very least. But you'll not see anything of threat or currently moving to threaten you all. You guys do, however, kind of as y'all are moving and kind of standing on the bank while he takes a look around, y'all do hear closer to farther back behind y'all another whistle, kind of in a kind of like high-low tone. Before, also behind you, but across the river somewhere a little farther back, you hear an answering low-high.
Yeah, almost a frantic gesturing for everyone to get in the water.
Does this remind me of any like thieves can't like hunting calls or anything like that
I mean,
at all?
it 100%. That's 100. You can very easily 100% tell that's what this is. It is a communication method of some sort.
I didn't know if thieves can't would help me understand it, the communication back and forth at all.
I would say thieves can't would not.
Okay.
But it's. I mean, your tribe used your whistle sticks and stuff to communicate in a similar fashion. So, I mean, while you may not be able to peg down exactly what it is, this clearly like call, response, answer, like they're, and you pretty easily you could suss out that the first one had probably gotten to where y'all fought them, and that was probably them, like offering some kind of information to the other group.
Gotcha.
So,
Before we get in the water, Bart, you should probably give me the symbol if you want me to toss it once we get out of the water,
Right.
so I can do it this quick.
Yeah, just keep it tight in one hand because I'm gonna light it up. And real quick, Gloob, you got any boots in that bag?
I don't think so. I don't.
Any kind of like shoes or like a suit
No.
of armor we didn't sell?
I gave Ned the fucking boots that I did have.
Anybody got any pair of boots?
Actually, no.
We gotta go.
I have my old boots that I have
All
from.
right, sure.
Yeah, sure.
That'll work.
No, I didn't wear shoes. Never mind. No, I don't.
Shit. Okay.
looks at frog feet.
Yep.
Damn.
It's fine.
All
I'll
right,
just
that'll be fine.
try to keep it tight.
Okay. So, y'all are looking to move across.
Yeah.
So,
And whenever we get to the point to where Jakob's going to throw the symbol, where a trajectory lining up with that, I want to use my free cast of Unseen Servant to to mess up the dirt and make it look like somebody tried to cover up their tracks on a trajectory getting out of the water in that area. If that makes sense.
okay.
Or at least like push through the brush to make it look like someone passed through there, however thick or messy.
And that's
area.
where it is being sent to?
So like if
The
he throws it
brightly
like,
glowing holy symbol?
What?
You said like you're on this like the brightly glowing holy symbol. It is going across the river, and you are casting Unseen Servant to rough up the area on the same side as where you were throwing the holy symbol.
Right, to make it look like we exited the water in that trajectory.
All right.
As shitty or as good as a job it does it. But
Okay,
that's
sure.
what I'll use that for, to try and give us a little bit of an edge.
So, those of you that do not have an innate swimming speed, I would like athletic checks. So,
I will be.
you guys have
assisting
rings, so
Ella.
you guys are fine.
I
Y'all
will
have
be
magical
helping-
forms, and you can swim. So, that means Ella and Gloob are making athletics checks.
Well, I guess it would make more sense for me to help Gloob and for Jakob to help Ella. So let's go, Gloob.
All right.
11.
Okay.
Only get a +1. You said athletics, right? It's not a choice.
Correct. No, this is purely like swimming through the river. Your acrobatics will not assist you in this endeavor.
Just be like helping him with like grabbing onto him and helping him stay up and stuff for the ring of swimming, give him like advantage on that.
Yeah, you can assist him, so you can get advantage on that. So that depends. So go ahead and make a second roll. That was my assumption of what you were trying to do. So Ella got a 21, so she's doing good.
18.
18, much better. So your and her movement is halved moving through here. I'm gonna need one more set of athletics checks as y'all are starting to move through here. And Julian, are you just going speedboating straight to the other side, or are you keeping pace with your allies?
Probably just a little bit ahead.
Okay, so you're swimming a little bit ahead. So one more set of athletics checks at advantage. Ella had a natural 20 for a total of 24. She is killing it.
19 + 1, dirty 20.
Very nice. So with relatively little issue with the assistance that the both of you are getting, despite the heavy amounts of blood loss and damage y'all have taken, y'all are able to make it across in a relatively timely manner. Jakob, that is still a... What's up?
Before I throw it, I'm going to take the symbol, rub it on my neck like this, so I can get some scent on it. And then
you have good berry jam on your neck now.
That's fine. I figure some human scent will probably help.
Sure.
Then pierce it with a javelin, making sure not to damage the symbol, if I can.
I won't say you could pierce it. If you had you could try to tie it on there, but it is a door.
If you throw it with a javelin, it's going to be very obvious that it was not dropped in haste, that it was thrown with a javelin.
Correct.
Just throw it. Whatever happens. We gotta go.
All right.
Yeah, I'll throw it.
Go ahead and roll strength.
Okay.
You do not get proficiency to this roll. It's just straight strength.
Gonna be a 9.
9 total.
You said I don't get proficiency,
Correct.
Right? So 9.
Unfortunately, the holy symbol does not quite make it all the way across. It falls short by probably about 15 feet, it looks like, and sploosh.
When you say I don't get proficiency, is it a strength
it's a
check?
D20 plus your strength. So
Oh,
D20
then
plus
14.
5. Okay, yeah, it's like you don't get your proficiency bonus, you just get
okay.
your strength bonus.
Okay.
It's not just a straight D20 roll. Yeah. Okay, with a 14, I will say it doesn't make it much farther, like much past the bank, but it does make it like 10 foot across the edge onto the bank, kind of just flopping, because it's like almost like it's a flat 2-dimensional object. You said you cast light on it before he threw it, correct?
Yeah.
So there's a glowing holy symbol on the other bank.
Okay.
And you cast out your unseen servant, and it is unseen, but you see like some dust getting like ruffled up as it kind of like starts mussing about with the roll. I don't know what its bonuses are, but since it is trying to imitate people, roll me a survival check with its bonuses.
I don't think it has any bonuses, but I rolled a 16, so a 16 plus.
Like nothing. Seems to be doing an okay job from what you can see from this far away.
Okay.
Seems to be doing all right. And you're like, looks pretty good. All right. So
I got a free cast of it. I'm going to try to use it as best I can.
absolutely, that's a pretty smart use. So y'all are now across the water. The holy symbol has been thrown. What are y'all doing?
All in ass.
Okay. Y'all are just moving full speed.
Yeah, Julian is basically like fucking river fishing it down the.
Preferably if we could try to like get up in a more bushy area that might not have us leave as many footprints or something like that, or like a visual trail of all of us. And when we do get out of the water, we should try to get out single file, like stormtroopers stuff, or I mean like sand people.
I was going to say stormtroopers.
Sorry, sand people.
Sure.
Yeah. So I guess between looking out for river nasties and finding a good place for us to disembark the river.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, are y'all what pace are y'all moving? Fast, regular, stealth?
Fast.
Y'all
This
moving
is
full
our time
pace?
for hauling ass.
Okay.
We'll slow it down once we get out of the river.
All right. Okay. So, y'all are just booking it. Are y'all staying on the bank or are y'all moving into the woods?
Oh, definitely moving to the woods in case they're looking on their bank or something.
Alrighty.
Makes sense.
And I will be, I guess it would be survival to try and cover our tracks, starting the moment we leave the.
If y'all are moving at fast speed, you will not be capable of doing
No,
that.
we were fast in the river, slowing down
That's-
once we get out.
Y'all gotta clarify. Are y'all trying to
No,
move fast in the woods or not?
No, fast in the river.
Okay.
Covering our tracks
I'm-
outside of the river.
Okay, is that the case, everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Swim fast and then hit the shore in a bushy area and cover
okay,
tracks.
so
from
y'all are
there.
stealth. Y'all are moving at a slow pace. That means y'all are essentially moving half speed
Yes.
in order to remain stealthed. Okay. If I get around to stealth checks from everybody.
Yeah.
Emboldening bond has definitely worn off
Oh,
by
yeah,
this juncture,
sure.
just in case anybody was.
Thanks to my latest level, that will be a 25.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got the double digits. Hell yeah. It's a big fat 11. Oh,
11.
I got some bad news for everybody.
Oh, no.
That's a natural 1 and a 19, so natural 1.
Oh, no.
And I'm gonna need that D4
Yep.
roll.
Yep. I was just writing down the
Oh,
one before I rolled it. Give me a second.
Thank you.
Maybe my 30 will undo your 1.
It'll definitely help.
Well, more
Until I
importantly, it'll
get
be
feared
the
by one of you.
actual covering of tracks.
Jakob, you have disadvantage on the next attack roll, saving throw, or ability check you make.
Okay,
Which it doesn't have a time limit on that, so just remember.
I will.
Oh, so like your next stealth check, you'll have disadvantage? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
Double disadvantage.
Since he's covering the tracks, obviously that puts Julian in the back.
Right. So. And so then Gloob, you had a 30, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, between you and Julian and Ella rolling a natural 20, even with the natural 1, y'all, like, as y'all are starting to move, Jakob, like, his foot keeps catching on, like, roots, or he keeps almost, like, bumping into trees or snapping, like, obviously, like, thin branches that'll make a lot of noise, and y'all are kind of, as a group, the three of you, at least those of you that rolled over 20, kind of helping him not make as much noise. It's not perfect. He's still making a little bit of a ruckus, but you feel like you're reducing that by quite a bit. Actually, let me see something here. Okay. Alrighty. And you said you were looking to cover your tracks? The tracks? Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Roll a survival check for me.
I don't know if it helps him with this, but with the boots of elven kind, I don't make any sound across surfaces, so I don't know if that like helps with him covering like one less party member's tracks or anything.
You still leave footprints. They're just silent.
Gotcha.
So.
I have a plus. Oh, I thought that was a +7. It is a +6. That will be a 21 then.
A 21? Okay. Let's say 21 total. Okay. Alright. So. You said 21? Sorry.
Yes, 2-1.
I'm
to
juggling
cover
I'm
the-
juggling a lot of numbers right
It's
now.
all good.
How dare you have multiple things to keep track of as a checks notes DM.
Okay. So, as y'all are traveling along, Julian doing your best to mitigate the tracks that are being made, mostly making sure that Jakob and Bart's heavily armored footfalls are being negated. You feel like you're doing pretty well as the rest of y'all are making sure that Jakob doesn't make too much noise, as he is having a very hard time right now. I'll say probably about another 15 minutes down the road of traveling, you'll hear another high-low whistle from the opposite side of the bank. And down, kind of on that, you would assume, a little bit behind you, on there. And let me see here. Whoever is proficient in survival, roll a check for me.
But
Is it everybody who is, or
Everybody
just
who is
one?
proficient, if you would like, or if some of you would like to give advantage to the others, I do not care.
I will give advantage to Julian.
all right,
I rolled 11.
that is very good.
Sure.
Because I went from a 9 on the dice to a 17 for a total of 23.
23, Gloob.
14.
14, and you said you had an 11, Jakob.
Yep, and that's with disadvantage.
Julian,
I was about to be a 15 there, Bart.
Julian, as you hear that whistle, and then the following whistle from now this side of the bank, this side of the river that y'all are on, they sound distinctly closer.
Like,
Not like
Closer,
they're
like-
about to be up on top of you, but with a 23, they are gaining on you. Maybe
Like
not
they-
super fast, but it is steady.
is the implication that they did not go for our bait?
The implication is they've reached your bait, and that was them communicating to each other. And that is where they sound like they are at right this moment.
We should probably speed up after a little bit. Make sure there's no trail for them to follow, then haul ass.
Hell, we've been out in the water for about 15 minutes. We just fucking go.
Let's just run. I don't
Yeah.
think we have a chance.
All right.
Unless you want to hop on Yakim's back and let him carry you while you send your birds out to see what they're up to back there.
No, but I can have them watch our backs.
And with that, I will call down 3 hawks
Okay.
to fan out behind us.
Only on this side of the river?
2 on this side, 1 on the other.
Okay.
And just as like an early warning system. I'm not gonna be in their eyes or anything.
Okay. So just basically to feel the tether snap, if it snaps.
Yeah, if it seems like they're closing in on our position to give us that early warning.
How are they supposed to give you that early warning, out of curiosity?
They can still communicate with me within 100 feet, so they can fly back and be like, hey,
Right.
bruh.
Mhm. What's their fly speed?
50 feet, I think, but let me check.
I want to be sure I'm not screwing you.
60 feet, actually.
60-foot fly. All right. And you're just leaving them just like in trees on either side?
No, like hanging back behind us by like.
Right. Okay, they're
100 feet or so.
pacing you?
Yeah.
They're flying along with you. Okay, there we go.
Flock of Familiars has a telepathic communication of a mile, not 100 feet.
There you
Oh,
go.
well, better.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So are you having them fall farther back, or are you going to have them
Uh,
just trail farther behind you?
Have them trail behind us, so stay here and then not start moving until we're about 100 feet or so ahead.
Real quick, that casting time is 1 minute, though.
How
Never
heavy
mind.
are you?
Let's not.
Yeah,
do
never
that.
mind. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just we keep it on.
Okay.
It was a good idea until that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to break the rules or anything.
By all means, yeah.
This is
All right.
I've never cast it in an action sequence
Yeah,
before. It's always been a downtime spell.
Yep.
That's true. So, y'all, after having traveled stealthily, or as best as y'all can think you have been, while also covering up your tracks, y'all break out into a haul ass mode. So, y'all are still moving slightly slower than the majority of you's maximum speed because nobody can go as fast as you, Gloob, and everybody's kind of having to keep pace with Bart. So, I moved a little slower than normal, but y'all are just hauling ass.
I'll let Julian and Jakob and Ella like go in front of me and help sort of like have a beat down path for me to easier be able to run through. I'll just sort of drift along with them, you know, get like a 20-foot or 26-foot movement speed.
Okay. So,
I'll
I
say
will
about-
make sure I'm not out.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Yuck.
I'll make sure I'm not outpacing anybody.
okay. And what was that, Gloob?
I'll say about 30 feet ahead of the party.
Easily done with your bonus action. Because you can move 75 foot around, if I recall. So you should be able to easily maintain that. So as y'all are beginning to just absolutely bash through the woods, are y'all just gonna maintain this pace for as long as possible? Oh, just
Yeah.
not
Absolutely.
non-stop, just booking it. Okay.
And until we hear those whistles as like a distant whisper in the fucking woods, we're gonna start booking it.
Okay. Julian, could you give me one more survival check for me?
I suppose. Oh, cool shit. The exact same. 23.
23? Okay, once again, you do hear the whistle. You do appear to have gained ground on it, though. A good chunk. You think they're probably a little farther away than they were originally.
So they're.
But
Is it like further to the side, like they crossed the river, or further behind us, like
Just-
we're outrunning them?
further behind, you hear the call and response still on either side of the rivers. So the first one that you hear, though, is the one on your side of the river, as opposed to most of the time it has been the other side of the river and then this one. So it sounds like they probably lost some time refinding your trail.
Cool. Sounds like we don't need to slow down. Sounds like we need to keep this shit up.
All right. So y'all are carrying on, hauling ass. At this point in time, y'all probably been.
Stations.
We're about to be getting there.
Yeah.
As y'all are now have been running for coming on an hour. Some of you in much heavier gear than others. If I could get a round of Constitution saving throws for me.
That's a 16.
Okay.
With my incredible +1 bonus, that'll be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, 16,
Nice.
Well,
15, 12. Okay. You all pass this first round.
Julian got that adrenaline going. He like,
So y'all are all kind of in there, like those of you, like Bart, you're over there with the in, out, in, out. Y'all are maintaining your rhythm as y'all are able to prevent yourselves from incurring a level of exhaustion from pushing yourselves this hard for this long. So, moving on for about the next. We're gonna start doing this probably about 2-hour increments.
First the oars, and now got my arms first, and now my legs.
You're getting the cardio workout is whew. Yeah, after a certain point, you feel like you should probably have like gotten a strength increase, right?
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so after about
I'll
another
go to
2
sleep.
hours, y'all will hear. I'm just gonna, because you have a very, very solid roll on this, Julian. You do hear another whistle, and it seems to have about maintained its distance this time around. And if I could get another round of Constitution saving throws from everybody.
They're not closing, but we're not outrunning them.
not a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Failure.
What's the opposite of a 19 on a dice there, Bart?
A 2.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
so I got a total of 3. What else?
13.
13. Glib.
6.
6. Bart.
17.
17. Ella. 4.
Oh, we gotta.
Gloob, Julian,
We're
and
gonna slow it
Ella
down. I
all
can't keep
incur
this
a
up.
level of exhaustion.
I can't keep it up. We gotta slow it down a little. Fuck.
We might
How
need to.
far are we outside of the perimeter? Are we?
Roll a survival check for me. Now at disadvantage.
Motherfucker!
Can I give him it? Shit.
That would have been another 19. It is instead, or a 19 plus 6 is what it would have been.
Okay.
It is instead a 16 total.
That is not bad at all. With a 16
Plus-
total,
Plus 6, my guy.
you figure that as y'all, with the pace y'all are currently going, and the fact that y'all are not having to zigzag like y'all did previously, that after this evening, you figure if y'all are able to maintain a solid pace, y'all can make it out of this deeper section of the woods, and that continuing along the river, you can probably get all the way out with one more day. Maybe a little under if y'all keep hauling as much ass as you have been. You're muted.
We can't sprint for an entire day.
Correct.
Maybe we should run in like cycles. Like, I don't know, 30 minutes and then walk a bit. I don't know. Fuck.
You run a risk of getting caught if they've kept up with us this entire time and we've been running. I mean, there's not much reason why they wouldn't still be able to keep up with us.
Yeah, running ourselves into the ground for a fight ain't good either.
Then I mean,
Right. So,
should we set a trap instead of keep running?
Yeah, if we're gonna get caught, we definitely want to get caught on our terms.
In that case, as we travel, I guess at a slower pace upwards inflection?
Let's try to find a place with a nice little clearing, and we can all stomp our way there. I can set up the dome like we tried to take a rest, and I'll be the only one in it. Y'all set up a kill box or whatever it's called.
Sounds good.
So I guess we will look for a clearing that has cover to the... We're heading south, right? It says cover to the south side. No, we're not heading south.
Y'all are still
Just-
heading north. You're just
Yeah.
You're just now on the east side of the river, whereas y'all were
Yeah,
previously on the west.
Yeah, a clearing to the... a clearing to the direction... A clearing with heavy cover to the direction of travel.
So farther
Edge.
north. Are y'all?
Yeah.
I'm assuming probably a little further in the woods, away from the river's edge.
Yeah.
Would be my assumption. Okay. All right. So y'all are slowing down and starting to look for that. Are y'all trying to kind of stealth it up as you do so, or you're just kind of trying to find a stopping spot?
I mean, at this point, if they're still tracking us, then our speed isn't going to really matter too much.
Yeah, we're not trying to keep them from tracking us. We just want them to catch up on our turf.
Right. So, fortunately, they had some very solid rolls on their part. So, all right. Julian, roll one more survival check for me. I would assume one of you is trying to
At
grant him
disadvantage.
advantage, so making a straight roll is my assumption.
And or if we happen to,
Wait, am I at disadvantage or no?
Unless everybody says they are not trying to assist you, then it will be a straight roll.
I would definitely try to assist, because we also need to try and find a place that has a relatively large mud puddle nearby.
Okay, how do you want to rule this, DM? I rolled them both at the same time.
Roll one more die for me.
Okay,
Just a
because one of those
singular
was a
die.
nat 20.
Unfortunately, roll me one singular die.
Could be worse. That'll be a 17.
Okay, 17, still not bad. So
Not the nat 20.
So, over the next like probably the next 20 minutes or so, as y'all are slowing down to not exhaust yourselves further, and are looking and kind of moving a little bit, kind of at a diagonal as you kind of move a little further inland, and looking for a spot that has an opening. It doesn't take you too terribly long. So, like I said, somewhere in the next 20 minutes or so, with the 17.
A spot with an opening and a large mud puddle of some kind.
I will say yes. You're able to find an opening as well as like like it's still not great. It's not like ooh nice pristine fresh water, but there's like a marshier area that has some water that would probably serve similarly to the one that Gloob used the night before this last one, before the fight with the
Dunk a frog.
Right. So y'all are able to find that. What do y'all do?
Glue.
Yeah.
Were you able to get that javelin that I asked for?
Yeah. I'll reach into the bag of holding and flip it out to him.
I'll grab that and put it in my quiver.
Yeah, and I'll start setting up an area of the dome above the sinkhole so that maybe we can try to get a short rest in this thing before they get here.
I'm gonna get in a tree. I'll take a short.
Yeah.
I'll take a rest in there if I can. Up there if I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say Julian would also be in a tree with a view of the dome.
All right.
I'm also going to be trying to find a tree nearby.
Wait, what? Okay.
Or something to hide in.
Okay, so for the purposes...
Maybe stay with Bart so that he has some backup once he drops the dome.
Well, some of y'all look like you're pretty worse for wear. That took a lot out of you. Y'all need to get some rest somehow before they get here.
I don't know how much time we have.
I mean, a breather's a breather.
I'll stay with Bart then.
Who has levels of exhaustion?
Me.
Gloob, Julian, and Ella. So, and if everybody would just for seeing as y'all are planning an ambush here, if everybody would like to pop Tailspire back open real quick.
Oh,
Of course.
never left. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I summoned and I got 2 people. So
Yeah, I was not closed, so.
So this is where I've placed y'all's tokens. Let me actually make sure that the rest of you can be on this board. This is the default board. If y'all are not on the correct board, let me know and I will resummon you.
I see models dropping down as we speak, so I think I'm on the right one.
Right. You guys got on there as soon as I got in here, but I think I might be missing my other 2.
I am here.
There's Jonesy, there's Jakob, perfect. Alrighty, so this is the little clearing and section of wood. Y'all currently do not. Y'all have moved far enough inland that y'all don't have the river on the map because I used one of my backup maps. So place yourselves where you would like to be, and all the other
according
fun things.
according to the compass, is it still north the direction of travel the way you've placed us?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
For the sake of
So
making things simple, yes.
Okay. So, but we're actually traveling southwest.
Yeah. If y'all wanted to do it by the actual map, because it's all wonky. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's whatever. We're heading north.
Battle map. I actually have the map up, so let me double check. So, y'all were heading, kind of southwesterly along the river. So, if y'all want to orient yourself that way, since I don't have the river set up on this one, that is a-okay.
So
Whatever
we're heading south by the
your
compass
heart's
here.
content. Yes.
South then, yeah.
Move those out of
Alright.
the way there.
I need a fly speed, sir.
I think you can drop yourself on the tree.
I can't
You
lift
can.
myself
That's
to
fine.
get on the tree.
There you go. And Gloob, you were also going to get in a tree?
Yes.
Oh, you are blinking in and out.
Yeah, because I DC'd again.
Gotcha.
Shit.
Where did had you already moved your token?
Yeah, I'm on top of a tree.
Oh, I see you. I see that. I'm just gonna give you a fly speed just for the ease of not accidentally like dropping yourself off the edge of the tree, so that y'all can be where you would like to be. If I could just get a couple of acrobatics checks from you two as y'all go to scale these.
Wait.
Which will be at disadvantage.
Yikes.
I cannot. How do you lower yourself? The control.
Hold hold left control, and you should just be able to move your mouse up and down. Because you got to be over it, and then you hold control and you move yourself like that.
The natural one.
Shit.
Don't know if we're doing critical fail on skill checks or not, but it is a natural 1 plus 11 if that matters, so 12 total.
With a natural one, you make it a little way up and fall, taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage before. And I will say, without having to make a second check, you then are able to scramble the rest of the way up, but you do suffer that.
Part of me wants to be like from inside the dome, just jump, but I'm not gonna do that.
Julian, what was your acrobatics check, buddy? Or I guess athletics, if that's better for you. It could be either or. I just assumed your acrobatics is better.
Acrobatics and athletics. Yeah, acrobatics is better. Disadvantage?
Correct.
Oof. Okay. 16 on the dice for both rolls, for a total of 18.
Nice. Okay. You are relatively easily able to scamper up the tree, kind of getting your way up to a spot that you would prefer. All right.
And then I'm going to hide.
All right. And I'm assuming you're stealthing as well, Gloob?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
At disadvantage still, that'll be a 21.
Very nice.
Nice.
15.
15. Okay. So we got a 21 and a 15. Gosh darn it, pencil. All right. And the rest of you, I know you're setting up the bubble. What else are you doing?
Could you mark that real quick?
I can. Give me one moment. Or do you want me to mark it with like candles? I should probably mark it with candles, shouldn't I?
Well, yeah, just so I can like move around to other things, so I can look
absolutely.
at my spells and stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Like I don't need it right this second.
This way, this just kind of gives you. You can Alt Tab without while having this
okay.
open, just so you know.
I will do that while you're setting it up.
Yeah. Circle candles. The classic.
Big candles.
Yeah, I'm using the big ones just to make my life a little easier. There we go. Because that way we don't have to worry about it being too tiny. It's like not big fucking candlestick.
All right.
How long does Gloob need to be in water to get his daily water?
1
allowance?
hour.
Ah, damn. Somebody in the chat pointed it out. I was like, oh, that's a good point.
That was the purpose of getting a puddle. Just in case he's. All right.
Alright.
Yeah, I will attempt to start trying to take a short rest inside, if we get enough time.
Okay.
Same.
There's not really much else I can
Okay.
do from inside the dome.
Yep. And I just want to make sure that Jakob, your
Ella's
intent
staying in
is...
there.
Hmm?
Ella's staying in there?
Unless you tell her otherwise.
Well, I mean, it's up to her.
I see. I'm
Is she?
I'm not much of a climber.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't think most of us in here are. So
I'm a pretty good climber, but I don't think I'd be too stealthy up there.
that's fair. Pretty shiny. I have a passive perception of 18, right?
Correct.
Would it be too metagamey for me to be like, Gloob, you need to do a better job?
I mean, you could definitely look up there and you would spot him. So I mean, that's up to you. I would allow you to do it once.
Okay. Hey, Gloob, you're kind of open right there. You can kind of see pretty good from this angle. I don't know what it looks like on the other side, but you're kind of not as stealthy as you usually are.
Yeah, I was trying to find a big branch, so I might be able to take a rest up here.
All right. Hey, that's fair.
So you can get a reroll on your stealth check if you would like, Gloob. Because this is you're hiding in the tree, this is not benefiting from your boots.
Okay, so at
Yeah,
disadvantage.
this is at disadvantage.
It's still going to be better than my last one. 23.
23. Very good.
Fuck yes, that is a lot better.
My straight roll was a 4, so
Oh, okay.
Okay. So.
All right. All right, y'all up there, y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
So I guess we're just gonna keep the dome up, and when they start poking around, hopefully they don't see y'all. And I guess when they come in to try and mess with us, or eventually wait for this thing to go down, we try to take out the ranger fella, the whistling fellas first. That sound about good?
Right.
how about we let y'all stay in there as long as we can before we do anything?
Hey, if something happens, we're coming out there to get you.
Well, yeah, but we don't have to engage them if they don't see us immediately. So
Right.
you guys might be able to rest a little bit, and me and Julian can just sit tight.
Yeah, that's the plan. All right.
Okay. So, as y'all are sitting there, I am gonna give a gimme because I'm assuming y'all, since y'all are planning an ambush, y'all are all trying to keep an eye out for them as they
Yes.
approach.
Yes,
So,
very
if
much.
everybody would like to give me a round of perception checks, those of you in the trees at disadvantage.
I still just have a straight roll, right?
Correct.
Is this before or after the short rest?
This is before.
Dirty 20 for me.
Very nice. I lost Ella's perception bonus. There you go.
Natural one
Oh.
for me.
I misread that. I was about to be hype. I was like, all right, I got that +4. No, it's only +3. I was looking at performance. That's a 17.
17. Okay. Gloob.
13.
13. And what was that for Bart? You said dirty 20, correct?
Dirty 20.
So we had natural 1, dirty 20, 13, 17. Ella had a 6 because she is also rolling at disadvantage. Yeah. Disadvantage is a bitch.
Disadvantage, big.
Actually, Ella has double disadvantage. So does Jakob doesn't have a double. He has regular disadvantage because it's dark. It's dim, as it were. Which
let's see if
I
I
know
roll
the
another
map
die.
isn't dim, but for everybody's viewing pleasure, we leave it at high noon.
Oh. And real quick, is it okay if I retroactively give Gloob my health potion?
I would say y'all could go ahead and dole those out. Ella would, as you do that, would offer hers to Julian as he is outside of the dome. The one
Much
that y'all did.
appreciated.
No problem. You're in the most danger outside of the dome. Yourself and Gloop, anyway.
Fucking. Oh no.
She's like, hey, Julian, you have a habit of getting your shit pushed in, so I'm gonna go.
I mean,
and help you out.
y'all are outside of the dome, so it's definitely.
I'm just talking about
Oh,
his
no.
habit of getting fucking rocked.
I
What?
just
What's up, Jones?
OOC kind of, because I don't in character I don't know about the whole predator thing, I just realized out of character that the two people that she might be hunting are the two people outside the dome. Nice. You gotta love it. I mean, she could be hunting, she could be sending people after all of us for killing her only lieutenant, right? It could just be the baseline thing, but it seems like they were definitely trying to fuck up Julian and Gloom a little bit more.
They're gonna clean us up, and y'all aren't even gonna realize it, and they're gonna leave, and you're just gonna be like, guys.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
Yep.
That just struck me as funny.
Bart.
1 second, fellas, because your boy has got to get some stuff figured out here.
Can I talk to Bart? Well,
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
RP amongst yourselves.
Bart, if they get close enough to the dome, I'm gonna go out swinging. You know, the way that I usually do. See if I can take one of them.
No. Don't just immediately go out swinging, but yeah, get ready to, as soon as something might happen to smack Arena one up. But if we can get both of them parties kind of ganged up around us and start fighting with our friends shooting down from above, that's going to be the best situation we can be in. So if we just smack the first one, they got enough time to sort of flee and spread out. But if we can kind of keep them centered in this area, that's going to be our best bet for sure.
All right. So if there's two of them here, go after them.
I mean, I have no idea how many wolves are going to be up and around here, but
I'm talking about. I don't think the wolves are wolves. I'm talking about the humans? Question mark.
The elf fellas, if we find more of them and they get up close, I mean, hopefully we'll be able to see both of them before we do anything too drastic.
But if they get up close, should we just go after them?
I mean, Julian and Glue are going to have a much better look at what's going on out there, and if they start attacking, we just need to be able to be ready to follow up with what they do.
All right.
But yeah, I think if we see both of them out there and both of them are in, range of bisection, then yeah, we might as well swing away in that case. But until then, I'd say just wait for Glue or Julian or something to happen out there for us to start going out swinging.
All right.
Okay. So, as we go, about 50 minutes.
50 minutes, those sons of bitches.
It is unfortunate timing. Basically the rolls I was using to contest it were really close. So, it was
No worries.
just wasn't quite there. So, similarly to last time. Whoops. Where's my one that is that guy? Okay, be a little back here. He's intelligent. As a howl splits the air. I'd like all of you to make wisdom saving throws for me. As this wolf right here becomes visible.
What wolf right where?
You see
Directly below you.
right here in the spotlight.
Came around the opposite side of where I was expecting.
If I could get, what's everybody's totals there for that save? Ella got a 19,
10.
so she's good. 10?
25.
25, you're super good.
Jesus Christ, 15.
15? Bart, or Gloob?
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Shit, dude, that sucks.
Hey,
Gloob.
it's gonna be great.
Gloob and Jakob, y'all are both frightened. As this blood-curdling howl just seems to shake you to your bones, and y'all are both quite afraid of that wolf right there. And Julian, 2 arrows fly at you from the woods. That's a 26 to hit.
I can't stop it, so
That's 4 points of piercing and 6 points of necrotic.
god dang.
And then the number 2 is a 17 total.
Yeah, we're gonna shield that.
Okay. So, 2 arrows come whistling out of the woods as he reveals himself in this little area right here. The wolf, after howling and putting the fear of, I say wolf, putting the fear of dogs into your veins, does turn invisible again. And this guy fires his 2 shots before taking a step back into the woods behind this tree. And I would like everybody to roll initiative for
Can you
me.
show us where that arrow came from? I'm not seeing it
Oh,
on my
yep,
map.
I'm sorry. It came from right here. Y'all would have seen him briefly before he stepped back it farther into the woods along this line. Okay? Has that now been made clear for everybody? I know the dense woods do not make it easy for finding things, for finding models. So,
All right.
alrighty. So, for number 2, I guess, of these combats, if I could get, we're gonna get oh god damn it, pen, 25 to 20.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah, it'll be at 20.
21.
Also a 21.
21 and 21. I believe
higher.
you have the higher. So,
Or look, Julian has higher.
right. Julian at a 21. Bart at a 21. 20 to 15. Oh shit, guys.
Oof.
Get Ella's.
Who will have the lowest roll?
Ella
Is it
rolled.
me or you? Luke?
That's the second 19 Ella's rolled for initiative.
Thank you, Ella.
I rolled a natural 2, so
So,
I also rolled a natural.
Good.
okay, so what are our totals of that? That's a 7 for you, correct, Gloob? And
8
then
for me.
you said an 8?
8 for me. 2 plus 6.
Oh yeah, you get your charisma. That's right. I was like, huh? Okay, so I got Gloob at an 8. And then Jakob at a 4.
Yep.
All right, and let's roll theirs. So we got doggos first. That puts them at a. Okay. Alright. And then his. Okay. Alright. That puts us with Ella at the top of the initiative, who, quite frankly, with the no visible threats, just
Oh shit. Ella has a +3 dex.
Ella rolled a natural 19. She has an 18 dex.
Oh, okay.
So Ella just is stopped. It does draw her blade once again. What's her health looking like? Oh man, she's actually not gonna light it up for the moment. She's gonna draw her sword for now, and just kind of looking around. You guys are like, what's the plan? And is going to hold her action.
All right.
Which will then bring us to Julian. What are you doing, buddy?
They're here, down below.
And he's gonna pop 2 arrows off at homeboy who shot him.
Okay.
I already checked. I've got line of sight on him.
Yeah. I will say with where he's kind of at, he does get half cover because he's kind of half behind that tree from where you're sitting.
Little dot thingy.
Did it not? Oh! Motherfucker.
What?
That is why my version of Ella on this fucking iPad is not updated.
My screen went ocean for a second.
God damn it.
What's wrong?
Whatever. Okay, I will not. I can't use that for now. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't find her new blood curse, and that would be because, for whatever reason, my iPad is insisting on showing the wrong, like the level 5 Ella. It will not show me her level 6 sheet.
That's cool.
That's really annoying.
But yeah, gonna.
So you're
Drop
dropping
a
up 2
curse.
shots.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a hex on him
Okay,
and
I
pop
will-
off 2 shots.
and I will need you to separate the damage on that for me,
Okay.
because Hex is necrotic, correct?
Yes. 23 to hit on the first,
23 does hit.
and 25 to hit on the second.
Both hit.
The first arrow will do a blitzing 8 points of piercing and 2 of necrotic.
2 of necrotic, you said?
Yep. The second one does 13 piercing and 3 necrotic.
Okay, very nice. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
These trees aren't exactly high detail. Is there a way to like shuffle around one to get in a position of a little bit more cover?
I mean, I will say it's gonna take you another acrobatics check, but yes, you can attempt it.
I can't afford to get shot full of holes, so
That was a disadvantage, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Be a 15.
15. Okay. A little shaky getting around, but you are easily enough able to get around. So you kind of lose a little bit of lost footing, but yeah, you're able to move around a little bit, sure.
Okay.
Is that gonna be it for your turn?
Shouted, shot, and hexed. I ain't got much else. So.
All right. That brings us to Bart. What you doing, buddy?
All right. I was like, well, I guess it's time to see who's all out there to dance with. And feel like we got a bunch of dogs out here waiting on us, so says you can't cast spells through the
Correct.
through that. Can you still use spell-like abilities?
Define spell-like abilities.
Bolting bond. Creatures and objects within the dome.
I'm pretty tempted to say no. Due to I think the intent is to be you cannot
No, I can't.
You can't do things from within the dome. You have to exit to keep people from just cheesing, standing inside domes and the dome and stuff.
All right. Well, I will cast Emboldening Bond.
I couldn't hear you for that last bit. I just heard I will cast Emboldening Bond
On the 3 people in the dome with me.
Okay, so you, Ella, and Jakob.
And I will hold my bonus action for now.
Okay. You can't hold your bonus action. You can only hold your action.
I mean,
You're just gonna sit tight. Okay.
You know what? Actually, I will move up to the edge of the sphere there.
But you're still staying within it, correct?
Yeah, I'm still staying within it, correct.
Okay. So.
And that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to their turn. All right. And actually, you'll come here. Who is it that I said failed those? The fear? That was Jakob and Gloob, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right. So I just want to make didn't want to screw anybody out of their chance to get rid of the fear. So that does that. All right. That's gonna bring us back to this guy's turn. I just realized that I don't have combat music on. I'm slacking. Sorry, everybody.
He says, I'm gonna kill y'all to creepy elevator music.
I mean, it'd be like that sometimes, you know. We're gonna go back to the same combat music that we used last time, and then I'm gonna yoink those down. There we go. Alrighty. So y'all once again enter combat. Julian, he is able to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Did you move your token at all there, Julian?
What was that?
Did you move your token at all when you repositioned?
No, like you can't put yourself in the trees, so I literally, when I placed him there, I just set him on top of the tree.
Right, okay. So you're just trying to be like within the branches and stuff?
Yeah, okay, because I figured I was like sitting on a branch, but I can't put myself on a branch in Tailspire, so
Right.
if I try and move it anywhere but the
Okay.
tip of the tree, it just kicks me off entirely.
Alright. So he is going to take 2 more shots at you. Gosh darn it.
Okie doke.
That's a 26.
What cover did I get? Half cover?
I mean, yeah, I'll say that it bumps you up to half cover.
Okay.
But that just takes you from a 17 to a 19, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll still not do it.
Okay.
That, yeah. I just have no choice but to take
And
it.
I will also say that if you are remaining in this area, like getting within the foliage and stuff, if you tried to fire at him from within there, it would cost it. You would be giving him free half cover as well. Kind of, it's a give and take because you're like up within the branches and stuff.
Yeah, I figured it was trying to do like the
Jesus.
arboreal version of like
Right.
poke out from behind cover and shoot, move back behind
Right.
cover.
So that's gonna be 8 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic.
Jesus fuck.
Okay. And shot number 2. That one is gonna be a 25.
The highest I can get my AC is a 24.
That's gonna be 9 points of piercing and 3 points of necrotic. As he just looses 2 arrows, just one after the other, just slamming into your torso, Julian. He does, however, after that. Oh, wait, no,
Julian's unconscious.
Oh. Okay. Julian.
You just dealt 35 points of damage in 2 rounds.
Okay. Julian, you fall out of the tree.
Cool.
I would like you to take 1 failed death saving throw from falling out of there and just slamming into the ground.
You're muted.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
And I'll say since you fell there, you're fine. Oh, oops, I got to prone ya. Bloop. And he already used his bonus action, so he can't do that. That will then bring us to Gloob. Gloob, you have heard this howl. A couple of arrows have gone back and forth. You saw him put some shots into the elf guy, you saw the elf guy put several into Julian, knocking him unconscious as he has fallen from the tree. What are you doing?
I guess since I have line of sight on this guy, I'm just gonna shoot a crossbow bolt at him.
Okay. You're shooting at which guy? The
This
elf guy?
right here.
Okay. With where you are. Gosh darn it! I keep having to fucking move my slider around.
I zoom in on myself. I can see. him
Yeah,
pretty
yeah. That's what
clearly.
That's what I was doing as well. Yeah, because to get the angle he did on Julian, he had to kind of put himself in a bit more of an exposed
Okay.
space. You are feared, so the attack is at disadvantage.
I thought I only had disadvantage against the thing that feared me.
I think you just have
Yeah.
as long as I think you have it just as long as let me double check.
If it's in line of sight, but it's invisible right now.
That's a good point. So that would make it a straight roll.
Unless does he see me?
Does he see you? What was his roll? No, he didn't see you. That's why he shot Julian, because he didn't roll quite high enough to see you.
It's a 27 to hit.
27 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
24 points of piercing damage.
Holy shit! Very nice. And I don't know. I keep forgetting at the end of his turn, he did let out a familiar whistle of a high low. Like it was. I'm sorry, not a high. This was more of like a high low high. Figure I'll give y'all some kind of tonal thing to keep it a little more interesting than just they whistled again. You said 24, correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
19 plus 5.
So you see like his attention is in the direction of Julian's fallen form at this time, and he doesn't seem to notice you as your crossbow bolt just takes him like right like in this gap between his collarbone and his throat, just sinking all the way in. It just like almost drops to one knee.
I'm going to try something. I don't know how you want to roll this, but I want to say something to him. Then can I like save the rest of my I know you've let us respond to each other before, but I want to like say something to him, see his reaction to it, and then if not, go ahead and take the rest of my turn. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah. What are you saying?
I'm just gonna, and as soon as it hits and he looks up at me, what do you want?
He just looks up at you, like even with as
Doesn't
big of
say
a hit as
anything.
he just took, like almost completely blank faced.
Okay. That is what I was looking for. I have a 25-foot horizontal leap. I would like to use that to jump into a neighboring tree. Like I want to kind of position myself. Yeah, kind of like what Cody was saying. You can't really move myself in the tree, but sort of just position myself to the back and then just leap to one tree and then use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. So, roll an acrobatics check for me. You have a hefty bonus considering your jump distance is that high. So the DC isn't too terribly hard.
Okay. Still a disadvantage.
Still at disadvantage, yes, sir.
That's 2 11s, 22 total.
22. Easily enough. If you'd like to move yourself to whatever tree you are wanting to jump into, and then roll your stealth check for me.
I can't. There. And then stealth check. 21.
21?
Yeah.
All right. Very nice. All right. Is that going to be it for your turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. This brings us to Jakob. What are you doing?
Question.
Yes, sir.
Have the wolves not gone yet?
You have not seen them. Outside
Okay,
of the
well-
initial one to howl.
Okay. I was only asking because of the fear
Gloob, at the end of your turn, actually go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw for me to see if you shake the fear. And
I
where
did
did you jump towards? Okay, you did not. Are you sure?
Nope.
What was your total?
9.
9. Okay, yeah, you are still afraid.
And the last time I saw the wolf, it was over near, like, kind of close to where
Correct.
Julian's body is right now. Okay,
Right,
cool.
yes.
So I'm going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right here. If you zoom in, I can see the entirety of that model.
Okay.
So I would like to throw. How is he looking first?
He looks pretty fucking rough. Like I said, that crossbow bolt from Gloob dropped him to his knees. Like it sank in like in a vital area. He looks unwell.
That is great news because I'm going to be throwing a javelin at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll that attack.
Shocker.
Wait, is it like an actual shocker? Like a?
Are you throwing the javelin of lightning?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That is going to be 20. Dirty.
Dirty 20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I am going to use a D8.
How many do you have left?
I have 2, and I believe I did not use the D6.
You did use
So
your
I might be wrong
D6.
on that. I did,
You
okay.
menacing attacked. I know you did at least one precision attack and a riposte. So I think that counts.
Okay, yeah.
So
I
this will
need
be you have one more.
I wish D&D Beyond had a way to track the D6, but
Do what I do. Use a notepad document, my guy. It's super useful.
I already have like 8 things open. So that's going to be 9, I believe, 9 points of damage.
9 points of
Yes.
damage. That is just enough.
Cool.
As this time he's still down on one knee and is starting to push himself back up. This one looks slightly different from the one before. Hood had once again fallen off to one side. It's kind of got the like the battle hawk going on, shaved. Seems to be shaved on the sides with longer on top, kind of flopped over to one side. And going to push himself up from that one knee as your javelin comes in and just takes him right in the rib cage and he crumples to the ground.
All right. That is
Oh, what was your path out of the bubble?
straightforward from where I was.
Right, where were you?
Here to here.
So you ran out like that?
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry. I hate going back on things, but you do take
That
an
is
AOP.
fine. If I
Sorry.
triggered an AOP, that is fine. I mean, hey, it gives me something to do with my turn after killing him.
Okay, so that's a 23 to hit you. Well, and
That's gonna
make a
hit.
strength save for me. This depends on whether you get within range to throw that javelin.
15.
15. You do not get knocked prone. So as you run out of the dome, this guy becomes visible, takes a bite out of you, isn't quite able to knock you prone, but you take 7 points of piercing damage. It is not magical, so it is reduced.
There we go.
So you do still
Okay.
kill the elf.
And then does this look like the other big dog that we had seen before?
This one, no. This one appears to be like the others. And like I said, the other one wasn't that much bigger, but it was just a bit bigger than the others.
Okay. Then this one is also going to be getting a. Actually, it's going to get a hand axe.
Okay, so you're turning and chucking a hand axe. Go ahead and roll that attack
Yep.
for me.
Natural 20.
Very nice.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Hell yeah. Wait, don't you get? Can you throw another axe
Huh?
as a bonus action? Since you
No, I get a.
I think it has to be a
additional
melee weapon.
Melee attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it has to be a melee attack.
That sucks because I rolled a 1 on the dice, so that's going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay. You're not using your last D8 on it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. All right. As that axe comes out, it does like lodge into it for a second before falling out, and it definitely like whips off to the side as it takes that damage. Is that gonna be it for you?
That is going to be it.
Okay. That is going to bring us back to the top of the round to Ella. Ella now with a visible enemy. Oh. But Julian is down. So, let's see here. Somebody call high-low for me.
Okay. I would say it's probably looking very clear that I'm going to be running towards the guy who just like broke every branch of a tree on the way down.
Okay, are you kind of like, I would allow you to like use your speech now if you're trying to be like, I've got him or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Get the dog. I'll get Julie.
Okay, never mind then. She does, still not lighting up her sword because she feels like garbage. Is going to step 5, 10, 15, going out of the dome, turning and making a couple attacks at this thing. Natural 20 on the very first attack. Let's go. 4, 8, 14 points of damage. Attack number 2. Not landing, unfortunately. 14 points of damage on that one. Gosh darn it. My cat is being a nuisance. I can hear him. Landing a very solid stab on this thing, but then holding her ground. And that is going to end her turn and bring us to Julian. Make a death saving throw for me.
Ah, shit. I don't know why I was thinking Julian went one behind me in initiative. Fuck.
It's not plus anything, right?
Nope, it's a straight D20.
Okay, I will send it to you.
Okay.
On Messenger.
Okay, sure. All right. So, as that goes, that is going to bring us to Bart. What are you doing?
I will not be able to get enough range to get Julian up with a touch spell, so I will step back into the dome to move right there so I don't incur an opportunity.
As you go to exit into that square, you bump into something.
Okay.
The square you were standing in.
Okay, I'll use my halfling ability to move through an enemy space to just sit right
so you
there.
just kind of go boom, and then try to like roll up under it and get through to that square.
Right. And I'll use Healing Word on Julian.
Okay.
And then.
I'm sorry. I forgot. They had their actions held, not just their AOPs. So you will still get the Healing Word off. It won't stop you. So go ahead and roll that. Right. But while I roll this attack.
It's 7.
7. You get 7 HP, Julian. You are now conscious. That is a 21 to hit, Bart.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Rolls really shitty on the dice, though. For only 6 points of piercing damage, make a strength saving throw for me.
Does 13 make it?
I think that just makes it. Let me double check. That does just make it. You you almost lose your feet, like you kind of stumble as it goes to and yanks your leg, try to yank your leg out from under you, but you're able to rip it from its grasp with the last second, steady yourself. All right.
All right. Yeah, I will turn towards it and hit it with the dead. Or no, I will toll the dead the one that Ella attacked.
Okay. So they have a +1. It's only a 9 total. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
That is 14.
14 points of damage is enough to do it. That one, as the bells begin to toll, the bell tolls it just like you can start to see like some of that kind of lighter energy, that soft light energy of slowly begins to kind of burn away as it shakes its head at the noise before kind of like rearing back up on its hind legs and eventually collapsing to the ground.
All right. And that's my turn. I'm going to stick right there, not incurring any more opportunity attacks.
Okay, and as you do that, as you stepped outside, your dome did disappear. All right. That is going to bring us to the wolf's turn. So.
This should be fun.
Yep. Julian, as...
Oh no! What the fuck?
A couple of them pop up on either side of you. And they're both going to make attacks at you. Luckily enough, first attack is only a 15. So you're able, just coming to consciousness, you are able to wriggle out of the way and not quite get bit. And double 10s on the second. Another total of 15. You are thrashing around on the ground. And they are not quite able to sink their fangs into you. One. And then that puts this guy is going to make another bite attack at you, Bart. It's a regular roll, though. With only a 9 to hit, he's not quite able to hit. However, he does then immediately vanish. And you hear a little bit of movement around you as he moves. These two also did turn invisible as well at the end of their turns.
All right. Can I try to make an opportunity attack at disadvantage?
That one did not appear. It did not appear to move out of your range. However, Julian, one of them appeared to move out of your range. If you would like to make it, or do you have a melee weapon out? Actually,
I do not.
you could try to punch it if you would like, but it's up to you.
I mean, I'm probably not going to accomplish much, and I am still pretending to be dead till I can make an attack. So we'll
Okay,
stick with.
you're not doing very good at pretending to be dead, considering you just had to roll back and forth to avoid getting chomped up by the wolves that popped up on either side of you.
I mean, unarmed attacks for non-monks is just one
I just
strength, right?
wanted to give you the opportunity if you wanted to. The last wolf does pop out of stealth right there next to Ella, taking a bite at her. That's a 23 to hit. 4, 5, 8 points of damage. However, she unfortunately is knocked prone. As this one pops out before turning invisible, yanking her feet out from under her. And I forgot, I can't do it on the iPad because it is wrong. That does then, however, bring us to, because he is dead, that brings us to Gloob. What you doing, buddy?
I'm gonna hold my attack. That's all I can do.
Okay, holding your attack till you see an enemy?
Yep.
Okay. That then does bring us to Jakob. What are you doing?
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20.
You hit something as you try to enter that square.
All right. Then I will be swinging twice at it.
Okay.
This man out here playing Minesweeper with a claymore.
At disadvantage.
Yep. I am going to Great Weapon Master.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Shit. So we go on big balls. Did Ella use her D4 on the trip, by the way?
She rolled a 4 on the dice. It would not have mattered. she has a
Going-
12 strength. It made no difference.
I'm going to use my final D8 for precision strike.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Okay, that makes a difference.
Okay.
That's going to be 15.
15.
Oh wait, 18.
18 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So that's 2d6 plus
Wait, not you.
15, 22 points of damage.
Very nice. My goodness. 22 points of damage. You once again just slam into this thing, and you get dealing a heavy blow to it. You said you're attacking twice?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll the second attack.
This one's going to be a regular attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
15.
15 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 plus, I think it's 5. It'll be 12.
12 points of damage
Yep.
is one above what it had left.
Cool.
So another one kind of reappearing before starting to kind of dissolve. Is that going to be it for your turn?
Let's see. I came from right there. 5, 10. 15. Oh, no, I came from here. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to move. I believe I had 10 feet left because I got stopped right here.
Okay.
So, then move right there.
Okay.
Was there a wolf in that space in front of me?
Nope.
Okay, then,
Not as far as your passive perception is concerned, anyway.
all right. Then, that will be, it.
Okay. Now, here's the question, gentlemen. It is now 11 o'clock.
Oh,
Would y'all
shit.
like to wrap up this combat, or do you want to pick up the rest of this combat next week?
I would vote next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired.
That's what I figured. I just wanted to put it to the table just in case. Well, that is where we are going to call it for this evening in the middle of this combat. Not quite as bad as the first one, but definitely still a little tense in places. Thank you guys all so much for coming out to play. Thank you guys for coming out to watch. I've been having quite a bit of fun this session. I thought it was pretty tense as our heroes try to exit the Dreadwood and beat a hasty retreat. As usual, we are still doing our charity drive for Extra Life that they benefit children's hospitals across continental North America, meaning both Canada and the United States. And if you get in on that, you may get the chance to win some fun and exciting prizes, including a digital copy of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, a gaming mouse or gaming keyboard, both of the Steel Series variety. So get in on that. Plus, it's good. It's helping out those kids, so it's a worthwhile cause. Open your hearts and wallets to that, and catch us here again on Saturday for our Cross Eberron campaign ran by Gloob, and has some of us in it plus some extra guys. So that's a whole lot of fun. But until next time, we will see y'all later. We're gonna drop a raid here on TTRPG Academy, show them some love, and encourage everybody who does things for role-playing games in general. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.